Out of all the worst teams in the NFL this season, I think the New England Patriots have the most potential for the future. Hiring who should be a good head coach in Mike Vrabel, and having young studs like Christian Barmore, Keon White, Christian Gonzalez, and of course Drake May. The only problem with this team is they're missing like 3 out of the 4 most important positions in football, at least in my opinion. Left tackle, or either tackle for that matter, a true great receiver, they have guys with potential but nobody's proven, and edge, unless you want to count Keon White, which kinda. But today, our goal is gonna be to obviously fix those positions and continue to build up the rest of this roster, now that they, again, hopefully have the quarterback situation figured out. And we're of course gonna see how the career of Drake May goes over these next 10 seasons. So this should be a ton of fun, but the reason we're doing this is because I said on the last Patriots rebuild, I would do a 10-year rebuild if we hit 2,000 likes on that video, and well, we did. So I appreciate that. But let's see, I have an interesting goal today. If this video can get to 2,500 likes, there's been someone asking a lot lately in my comments to do a Patriots rebuild with Joe Milton, which wouldn't be the most realistic thing ever, but I think it would be interesting. So 2,500 likes and I'll rebuild the Patriots with Joe Milton. But also be sure to subscribe if you like Madden rebuilds, because that's all I do on the channel. We're less than 1,000 away from 75K, so. And then very last thing, no shout out for this video, but let me know down in the comments any fun ideas y'all have, and if I do that, I'll give you a shout out for it if you care about that. But without further ado, let's finally get into this thing. And I don't normally start these rebuilds with, you know, rants or anything. Just a quick one though. I just want to point out, this might have been one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen. There was a week, I can't remember what week it was. There was a week where this was their starting offensive line, just with Michael Jordan instead of Layden Robinson, because they cut Michael Jordan. I just wanted to say I'm impressed for Drake May for surviving this season and actually looking pretty decent behind this O-line. So yeah, all that to say, offensive line is going to be one of our main priorities here early on. I don't check PFF much, but I don't think I've ever seen a 0.0 grade before. That's insane. But all right, let's finally get into this rebuild. Let's get straight into the re-signing period, and we'll see who we want to bring back. There are some kind of interesting names, so we'll see what we want to do. But okay, for re-signings, I'm probably gonna let Jonathan Jones go. I mean, he's good, but he's 31. We're gonna need a corner, but we're gonna need one soon anyways, because again, he's 31 at corner. Still good, but did regress here, so But Cole Strange, I think I made this same move in the last Patriots rebuild I did, but out of fear of what our offensive line would look like with another player taken away, I'll pick up the 5th year for Cole Strange. And Christian Ellis I want, but he's not interested. I would go 4 years. That's a long deal. 4 years, 25. He doesn't even take that. All right. But everyone else, I mean, Jermichael Hasty's interested, so sure, he did all right. O'Shane Zimenez, I mean, Chukwuma Okorafor didn't even play. He got mad that he got benched and like sat out the rest of the year, or he like got mad and then got suspended for the rest of the year or something. But I think we're good letting everyone else go. I mean, Austin Hooper, if he was more interested, then sure, but I don't want to give a 30-year-old number 2 tight end a 3-year deal. Like, I'm good. But in free agency, is there anyone decent? Not really. It's kind of the usual. I mean, there are some okay players here. Sam Cosmi, who I think got an extension, but whatever. We should maybe think about signing a tackle, though. I mean, pretty much anything is an upgrade over DeMondre Jacobs, no offense, but like, that's not really what you want. And I would sign a corner, but it's kind of just the same situation as Jonathan Jones. I mean, we could go for like Isaiah Rodgers, I guess. But all right, kind of a light free agent class for year 1. We're going to go for Isaiah Rodgers, like I said, just so we have somebody at corner. We're basically making all these moves so we have somebody at these positions. Not like amazing players, but good players. We'll try to get Caleb McGarry at right tackle, and then we'll try to bring Christian Ellis back. That's all we're going to do. We'll see if they actually sign with us. So far, nobody does, though. Okay, we get Rodgers and McGarry, and we get Ellis back. Cool. But okay, in the draft, we pick at number 4, and I really don't know what I want to do with this pick. I'm sure there's some consensus that Patriots fans want me to take, and they're going to be really mad if I don't take that player. That's usually what happens in these 10-year rebuilds, or the realistic rebuilds. But we'll see what happens. The ones I'm thinking about are definitely players that aren't showing up. That's cool. Either Teteroa McMillan, but I did just use him in a rebuild. I mean, that shouldn't really be my deciding factor, but whatever. We could go either Will Campbell or Kelvin Banks, which would be the boring pick. It's a lineman, but whatever. It'd be the smart pick, probably. Or Abdul Carter? We'll see, though. I mean, I've seen talks about Abdul Carter at number 1, which would be kind of insane. I mean, I like Abdul Carter a lot. At that point, though, if I were the Titans, I would just trade down and take James Pierce. I'm a big James Pierce believer. Anyways, already rambling about things not relevant to the rebuild. Let's see who the teams take here. Also, ignore the order. It's not right, but it's at least the right teams up until number 5, just in the wrong order. So the Browns go Cam Ward. I mean, could happen. The Giants go Shedeur Sanders. Could happen. And I'm hoping the Titans take Hunter here. Okay, they do, thankfully. So I think, man, this is a pretty strong tackle class and edge class in the early second. I like a lot of players projected to go early in the second round. I mean, that'll probably change by the time we get to the draft, but I mean, I like Princely, however you say his name. Jack Sawyer's pretty good. And Ashton Gelati, but he's maybe around 3. But I still think I'm gonna go Abdul Carter. I don't think I've ever used him in a rebuild, maybe 1, but I do think this team, I mean, they do need a left tackle and a pass rusher, obviously, for the millionth time, but I like our options early second at tackle better than defensive end. So we're gonna go Abdul Carter here at 4. I think that's the consensus. No, I think consensus is McMillan, but I don't want to pick him. We have enough young receivers with at least some potential. We'll go Carter. Ranked 14. I thought I had him ranked higher than that, but that's still good. I think he's like a 76. I can't remember, but he's pretty good. I might even give him a bump because he should maybe be higher than that, but oh well. I mean, my draft class overalls are just low in general. I saw a comment from someone with like 700,000 subscribers saying to raise my draft class overalls, and I checked and they post like Family Guy shorts or something. I don't know. Anyways, round 2. Well, I guess we have one option at tackle. All the ones I wanted went. I wanted Wyatt, is it Milam? I don't know. He's a pretty nasty tackle from West Virginia, but he's gone, unfortunately. I did use Savanaya in a rebuild recently, but like it's either him or nothing here. I don't like Cameron Williams. We could go with a receiver here and just worry about tackle at another time, but at this point, I don't want to take another second round receiver. We'll just try to work Jalen Polk out. We'll go with Savanaya. It'll be an immediate upgrade over Vidarian Lowe. That's insane that he was their plan at left tackle heading into the year. I mean, he did fine, but like he did his best, which is not fantastic. That's mean. I don't know. We'll take Savanaya. I mean, if I went with McMillan round 1, we could have had 2 Arizona players on offense as rookies, but whatever. There was a run on tackles, and then Milroe to the Titans. Interesting. They drafted Will Levis again. I mean, not the same player, but it's a weird shot to take. I don't know why you would do that. But all right, let's go receiver. What's a type we don't have? I mean, we don't really have a big-bodied receiver. We could go Jaden Higgins. I do like Jaden Higgins. Yeah, we kind of have like slot/route runner types, kinda. We don't really have that perimeter guy. Well, I don't know. Do I want to add another receiver? I kind of want to give Kayshon Boutte a chance for some reason. Also do like Javon Baker. We're gonna have a muddy receiving core, but I do like Jaden Higgins. We'll take him. Ranked 48, got him at 68. I thought I had him higher than 48, but whatever. Good player. But okay, here is a look at the team heading into year 1. We didn't make like any major upgrades on the team, but I mean, well, I would probably consider Abdul Carter a major upgrade, but other than him, we added what we kind of needed to. But also just getting everyone back healthy, especially the offensive line, should be an upgrade on its own. I mean, of course, every team gets everyone back healthy, but again, the offensive line. Now, I guess this probably won't matter in simulation, but if we're being realistic, I probably should have added a better number 2 tight end. I drafted Brant Queeth. Is that how you say it? I don't know. He's like a 6th-year tight end/fullback from Utah. That seems like someone the Patriots would draft, probably. Well, I guess maybe the Belichick Patriots, but once Bill was starting to get a little bit senile, he probably would have drafted someone like that. But hey, I mean, there's a legitimate chance we could do well as early as this year. I mean, our pass rush should be pretty good. Our secondary should be pretty good. I mean, Jabril Peppers is kind of weird because I don't know if he will play next year, but I'll keep him here. He just got paid. But yeah, that should be good. I'm still a little worried for the offense. Our receiving core isn't great, and our O-line still isn't great, but we'll see. But all right, let's get to the midseason, and we'll see how this team does in simulation. I don't think we're gonna be very good, but there's maybe a chance. But okay, at the midseason point, we are 3-3. Not bad. Coming off a win against the Saints, 26-15, weird score. But yeah, we're actually doing okay. We have a really bad defense, though. Our offense is decent. We're probably gonna fall off in the second half of the year looking at the stats, but we're not allowing many yards on defense. So we'll probably finish somewhere around 7-10, 6-11, that's my guess, maybe. But we don't have too many re-signings this year, it doesn't look like. Just Juwan Bentley and Marcus Jones. Both are interested. Juwan Bentley doesn't take it, though. I didn't even look at what the money was. It was 4 years, 51. That's a long deal for a 29-year-old, but sure. I feel like I say that about every contract, but every contract is too long. But Marcus Jones comes back, and then other than that, it's just depth. So we'll see at the end of the year, but very quick mid-season. I feel like I should do something else. Let's see what teams we beat. We beat the Browns, the Dolphins, and the Saints. We knew the Saints. We lost to the Jets, Dolphins, and Bills. We lost all 3 divisional games so far. Fun. That's a great sign. We got smoked by the Bills, and that was only one of their 2 wins on the season. The Dolphins have the lead in the division. All right, whatever. But let's get to the end of the year, and we'll see how we end up doing in this first year. But okay, I guess this is what we're gonna do in free agency. Again, we might as well try to go for Aiden Hutchinson to try to steal him from the Bills. Probably not gonna happen, but I might as well try. And then I want to sign somebody, so we're gonna go Henry Toto. He got superstar dev here. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. He's like an okay linebacker in real life, but he's developed here, so, and will continue to develop, so we'll try to sign him. We do have the lead for him at least. Again, boring free agent class, but like, what do we want? A lineman? We already have too many linemen. A defensive tackle? We don't need anymore. And then it's kickers and punters. Like, I'll just save the money for when there are actual good free agents that would help the team. But these two, do they want to sign? Oh no. Okay, we don't get Hutchinson. He goes to the Seahawks. Okay, good. Glad he didn't go to the Bills, but we're not gonna get Toto. I'm kind of glad I don't want to have to say his name for this whole rebuild, but yeah, he goes to the Commanders. Well, that's a rough free agent class, but again, like, there just wasn't really anyone I wanted, so we'll play it smart, I guess. I mean, to be fair, we were just 15-2. I don't know how much we need to add, but oh well. Let's get to the draft. But okay, in the draft, the Vikings and Texans have the top 2 picks. That's really weird, but I guess this is kind of unfortunate, but this is a very good QB class. Once again, I never get the good QB classes when I need one. I mean, there are no top 5 projected ones, but 9 projected first rounders. That's crazy. Honestly, I didn't really see anyone too great. I mean, I'm sure there are good linemen we don't really need anymore. I mean, maybe a left tackle, but it depends. There aren't any good pass rushers. It's just the same issues again, unfortunately. Let's see. We'll see who's available at 31. Not gonna trade up or anything, obviously. Okay, well, one of my focus scouts worked out at least. Khalid Crawford is pretty good. I don't know why I focus scouted a corner. I mean, I just focus scouted him because he actually looked good, which was hard to find, but I still don't know if I'm gonna take him. It's so boring, but I might trade down again. Like, we could take a linebacker, but there isn't one projected to go until pick 72. I probably will, but not yet. Just pass rush, don't see anyone good. Linebacker, not for a while. Safety, we need one for the future. We don't need one yet, because Peppers is 31. I think both Peppers and Duggar are 31. Again, we could go O-line, but like, we have so much bigger issues. Ooh, Calvin Whitlock at center. He looks pretty good. I mean, I know we don't need him, but I might have to take him. There's also Amir Stump. I thought he was gonna be super strong. He's 6'6", 345. Only good strength, though. He looks like the 46 bench reps type, though. I'm surprised. You know what? Maybe a boring pick. I'm not gonna trade down. I'm gonna go Khalid Crawford. He looks pretty good. Honestly, he looks really good. Elite speed, elite acceleration, A-man, B-zone, B-awareness. The only problem is his change of direction and agility aren't great. Is he tall? Yeah, he's tall. Okay. So he's like a fast corner with kind of stiff hips, I guess. That's fine. He's still good. Ranked 7 got him at 31. I thought the change of direction and agility would hold him back more. Okay, when I saw the speed and coverage, I was thinking top 10. When I noticed the agility and change of direction, I was thinking like 15. But rank 7, we'll take that. I mean, we didn't need a corner that bad, but if you're picking purely for needs, you're doing something wrong. But man, I'm about one more bad pass rush class away from moving Keon White to full-time edge. Like, I might take Brett Dobson. I realize he sucks, but at least he has A awareness. He's not good. I mean, he has good speed for someone who's 280, but I don't know. I was also thinking receiver round 1, but this isn't wasn't a good receiver class either. I mean, Anthony Stanford, I mean, looking at those ratings, that looks great. Okay, he ran a 4.42, but has great speed, elite acceleration. Don't even get me started. This game's scale for how they decide, like, the ratings off of the combine numbers, it's too big of a scale. For the millionth time, I've seen 4.3 speed receivers with, like, great speed, solid acceleration. This dude ran a much slower 40, but is somehow much faster. I don't know. I might take him just because he might eventually start. Good call, rank 10. Okay, yeah, I figured. Wow, I did not think this would be a good class, but the 7th best player and the 10th best player in the late first and late second, very late. We're kind of crushing it with these last two drafts. The last one was okay, but this one, the needs aren't there, but the players are. All right, and yeah, we're done for pass rushers. There are none left. I'll just go with a linebacker as my last pick. Are any of them even good? Newhouse looks like a horrible run defender. Same with Wilkinson, but at least he had a really good combine. I'll just go with John Kelly. Sure, doesn't really fit the Patriots linebacker type. He's closer to the Patriots safety type, but maybe he can do that for us. No dev trait though, but I mean, he's okay. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. I mean, we did super well. No 80 overalls though. This might not have been that good of a class, but I mean, nothing I can really do about that. Again, we got the 7th best player and the 10th best player. After that, it kind of fell off, but I picked another blocking tight end. We would be a really good running team. We have lots of blockers, just not a very good running back and too good of a QB to be that run heavy. But I did find the good old classic short power rusher with terrible block shedding and strength. Sometimes these guys go up in overall at outside linebacker. Sometimes they go down. We'll see. Because he has hit in dev. Okay, he goes down, unfortunately, but I still think I'm going to give him a chance. Like, he'll actually get a decent amount of playing time. I don't know that he should, but he will. But all right. Oh, this was a good class. Whitlock is the best player in the class, 83 overall. I figured he would be, but we just did not need a center. Still maybe should have taken him, but I don't know. Like, O-line other than QB is probably our strongest position group. Ooh, the Bucks had a good class, but yeah, damn, they had a really good class. Hold on. They got a 79, an 80, and a 77 with their first 3 picks. They picked 2 corners. Interesting. But yeah, we did pretty well. So let's get into year 3. Ooh, hold on. Frankie Louvu's a free agent. That's a pretty good scheme fit. I mean, that's like perfect. I mean, we don't really need guy we just drafted. I don't remember his name. He'll still probably get a little playing time because Louvu's 30, but that could be pretty huge. We'll see. But okay, here we are heading into year 3. I'm still unsure. Is it year 3? I think. Yeah, year 3. Up to an 85 overall. We're looking pretty good. We still have a ton of room to grow. I don't think we're gonna do nearly as well as we did last year, though. I don't know how we did so well last year, but I do think our run game is gonna be a big issue this year. And hopefully Savanaya gets better than last year. I mean, we could move him into guard. That's what position he's projected to play, but I just don't know what I would do at left tackle if we did that. I mean, we could swap Tooney and Savanaya, but Tooney's better at guard too. Mike and Wainu, I guess. He plays right tackle. I can't remember if he's ever played left. We could try that. Should we? I mean, yeah, he has played a little bit of left tackle before in 2021. This is bold, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, other than that, should we start Stanford? That's the only question I have here. I mean, he's a lower overall than Higgins and Polk, but could have a really good dev trait. I don't know that he does, but he could. We'll see. I'll give him a chance. I'm not going to bring Polk back, though. He does need a contract this year. I mean, he's produced really well, but this is just the offense doing this. And then on defense, again, very deep group. Our offense is a lot better on paper. I don't know how our defense is going to do, but we'll see. I'm still thinking about changing the playbook. I'm also going to start Cooks this year. We'll see how he does, like full-time start him at free safety. Peppers statistically hasn't been that good. I mean, he's been fine, but he's produced the worst out of our 3 safeties. But all right, we'll have to see how this season goes. We should be good still. I don't think we should be or will be as good as we did last year, but we should still be pretty good. It is 2027 though. This is the cursed year, so we're probably going to be 2-5 at the midseason. Okay, good. We're 5-2. We're the opposite. I was 100% sure we were going to be bad. Again, there's usually just something about 2027 in Madden, but thankfully that's not the case here. I mean, hopefully I'm not speaking too soon. We're only through 7 games, but hey, Stevenson kind of doing okay. Ooh, Anthony Stanford already, I didn't think he would be our number one, but already almost 500 yards. That's cool. Only 6 sacks allowed so far, though. Or 7, I guess. Do I not know how to do math? I guess just 1 sack didn't get blamed on a blocker. But for re-signings, we have a good amount this year. Well, yeah, it's not awful, but Christian Gonzalez, Jalen Polk, Frankie Louvu, Juwan Bentley, I guess Jabril Peppers isn't a starter anymore, Kyle Duggar, Joe Tooney, Caleb McGarry. That's a lot of starters. Most of those we could survive without, but I do want to bring some back. But Christian Gonzalez, a little more money than I expected him to ask, but still a really good deal. No, it's about what I expected, 22.2 per year. I said a little more than 20 probably. Pretty good guess. He does take it. But Polk, if he was interested, I would maybe bring him back, but we just don't really, I don't know. Like, it doesn't help that he wasn't good as a rookie, and I didn't think he was a great pick. So I don't know if it's realistic that he would do this well. Definitely not this well, but yeah, I think I'll just let him go. He'll be like the best free agent receiver this year probably. But some of these guys we'll see. Bentley, he'll regress, so I'll re-sign him later. Yeah, this is just kind of the same story as last year. We'll just wait for these guys to be a little cheaper at the end of the year if we do want to bring them back. But speaking of that, let's get to the end of the year, and we'll hope we can keep this up. But okay. At the end, I did not expect this kind of success with the Patriots, but at the end of year 3, we are 13-4. I didn't know if we would ever make this team good, but I definitely didn't think it would happen starting year 2. But Drake May, again, he's just a monster. 4,700 yards, 42 touchdowns, 7 picks, 75 completion percentage. I mean, we're close to hopefully turning this back into a dynasty. I mean, we need to actually win Super Bowls for that, but we'll see. We're good enough for it, apparently. But yeah, Stevenson, better year, 4 per carry at least, 12 touchdowns, not many yards, but again, not many carries. And Stanford was our leading receiver, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. White girl's shaking right now. Damn, I haven't said that in forever. But Douglas, not 1,100, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, 1,000 for Polk again. See, I feel bad letting him go with that production, but again, if we put Higgins in there, he would produce the same, so like, I don't know. But okay, moving Nwenu to left tackle definitely worked out. Savaniah allowed 0 sacks. Okay, that was a good move. This might be the best offensive line I have ever had. Only 21 sacks allowed. That's absurd. But Bentley, 91 tackles, TFL's 14 for Barmore led the team, 13.5 sacks for Carter again, 10.5 for White, 9 for Louvu, 7 for Barmore. Okay, well, it sucks that Luvu's 30 already, but I mean, I'll bring him back next year. I did set defensive end as our focus position, hoping we could find someone small enough to play this specific position for the Patriots, but I mean, the plans might change there. We'll see. We'll probably keep Louvu. But Cook's 3 picks led the team. What a random steal he was. I mean, he wasn't even that good when we drafted him. Just happened to have superstar, so that's cool. But 2 picks for Crawford as a rookie and Kelly as a rookie, and then 1 for a couple players. But MVP goes to Joe Burrow. May at number 3, almost won back-to-back MVPs. Was close to it. Ladd McConkey wins AFC Offensive Player of the Year. What did I just do? Oh, I went to defense. But May at number 7. Myles Garrett takes Defensive Player of the Year. No Patriots at all. No Carter, but Stanford does take Offensive Rookie of the Year. I was worried there was going to be some random QB that beats him, but thankfully not. McBride at 6. Oh, and number 2 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Khalid Crawford. Kelly at 5, but that's fine because I already checked out our dev traits. Now on offense, we didn't really get, well, for starters, we didn't get any good ones. Stanford only has star, which should go up, but McBride also has X Factor. See what I was saying? X Factor blocking tight ends. Don't know why they exist, but I'll always take them. But Khalid Crawford does already have superstar devs, so it's fine he didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, could even go up to X Factor. He had a pretty great year statistically. We'll see though. I mean, we're still not the craziest overall, but the last 2 draft classes, we could be a really good team soon. I do want to see though, where do we rank for overall? Let's see, the Ravens are an 88, same with the Lions. Ooh, I don't know. The Chiefs are an 89. The Texans are a 91. They had the number 1 pick last year and they're the best team in the league. That's a certified EA moment if I have ever seen one. Best team in the league is the worst. I mean, I'm sure they were better this year, but still. Well, I don't see them in the playoffs unless they got a first round bye. No, we got the first round bye. Yeah, they went 9-8 with the best team in the league by 2 overall. I love this game. But all right, let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. It's going to be the Cleveland Browns. We're now up to an 88, by the way. We have a 91 overall offense. Still only an 85 on defense, but usually we do end up with with a higher overall offense than defense. But let's see, the Browns had a good offense. They had the best pass game in the league. They also had a good run D, but we were a better offense and a much better defense. So we should be able to win this game, I hope. But it is 2027. We got to keep that in mind. No, we smoked the Browns 27-7. You know what? I don't know if we should have beat them that bad, but that's fair. We deserve the win. The 8-9 Lions just beat the Seahawks, who just took Aiden Hutchinson from them. That makes sense. Thanks, Madden. But we are once again gonna be playing the Bills in the playoffs. I can't remember what happened last time. Did we beat them? It was year one. I can't remember. But we should be able to beat them here. They're not all that good. They're only an 84 overall. I mean, they have the best playbooks in the game, in my opinion, so that's gonna help. But yeah, they had okay. They apparently had the third best offense for points per game, and we had first, yet they had 29.5 points per game, and we only had 29.3. So theirs was better, but apparently ours was better. Is there a single thing that works in Madden? Real talk, like, I didn't know that was a thing. I knew there was something similar where, you know, sometimes it shows the wrong numbers. So I guess we didn't have the best offense in the league this year, even though it says we did. Fire EA into the sun for the millionth time. They don't know what they're doing. They can't even do simple math. Or never mind, I guess. Okay, what? Okay, we didn't have the best offense, but it wasn't to the Bills. They were like 8th or 9th or whatever that is. But the Browns had the best offense, who it said was... Did it also say they were 3rd? Is it just showing the Browns stats again? Wait, those were the Browns stats. But those were still wrong. Okay, now it's updated. It says they're 12th? That's not even right either. Whatever. That's cool. Thanks, EA. Thanks, Madden. But we had the better offense and the better defense, regardless of what it says. I mean, it still says we did, but that's something. But let's see if we can beat the Bills. We do. Okay, I thought we lost. I'm gonna be honest. But it looks like we are gonna be taking on the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl. We're just going through that division, I guess. Played the Lions last year. But hey, if we couldn't win a Super Bowl in year 2, I would take winning one in year 3. It's a little more fair now because we actually have a really good team. Not the best, but up there. Better than the Vikings here. But all right, we'll take the +1 pass blocking for whoever it is. Caleb McGarry. It's probably going to be our last year with him, but he's very much outplayed his overall. He's been one of the best right tackles I've ever had. I think he had an okay first year, but these last 2 years he's been great. Yeah, I mean, especially last year. I mean, even his first year was good for Madden standards. I know, O-line talk, super exciting, but like, it's important, obviously. But all right, let's jump in. Oh yeah, wait, who's the Vikings QB? I wonder if they kept Darnold, or I don't remember seeing him in free agency, to be fair. Maybe he was, though. Okay, yeah, they do have JJ McCarthy, who's a monster. Also only got sacked 22 times this year. Was there just no pass rush in the league this year? Behind a really good O-line. They drafted Tyler Booker, and oh yeah, they got the best player in the class this year. This looks like a really good offense. They must not have a defense. No, I mean, their defense also looks... Okay, they're secondary. Yeah, that's the issue. But we'll watch this simulate once again. Let's hope we can win our first Super Bowl of the rebuild already. Pretty sure I said that word for word last year and it didn't go super well, but we'll see what happens here. Let's get to the end of the game. No score, very similar to last year. The Vikings do strike first, but we tie them at 7. Really not a lot of scoring. We do score again, but they tie us at 14 in the second quarter, heading into half. We're driving and we do get another touchdown. No field goals so far. The Vikings tie us. They're doing well at tying us. They do score in the 4th, and we're gonna lose again. Man, same story of having the lead for like the whole game. Not the whole game, but like they were having to catch up to us every time we scored, but just we choked again. Okay, not having a run game at all doesn't help. Stevenson was horrendous. Mike and Wayne who allowed 2 sacks. Oh, there were a lot of sacks in this game, which was weird because we only allowed 21. They only allowed 22 in the regular season. Lulu had 2 sacks, 1.5 for Carter. Yeah, that's tough. I don't... It looks like, ironically, the O-line and our run game is what sold us. Unlucky. Well, let's hope we can win a Super Bowl next year for a change, please. But all right, we have the 5th-year option for Abdul Carter. We'll pick that up. It's not too bad, but we are going to let Jalen Polk go. Again, we'll let him be probably the best receiver in free agency. Frankie Louvu, we need back. I'll go player friendly, 2 years, 18 mil. Sure, he takes it. Bentley, he is regressing. He is 32, but I mean, mean, he had 15 pass deflections. All right, we need to bring him back. He is insane in Madden. I'll even give him a 2-year at 32. He takes it. But other than that, I'll let Peppers go. Duggar wasn't great this year, was he? No picks, but he did get a lot of pass deflections. But he's just regressing so much. I'll bring him back, but we're gonna find another safety. He'll be like the third guy. And you know what? McGarry didn't really regress. I'll bring him back again. He takes it. But we'll re-sign Dicker the kicker. Don't know how we even ended up with him, but we did. And Michael Dixon, we have the full Dick special teams. That's great. But all right, in free agency, ooh, Jaden Hicks. I feel like he always becomes good, but I feel like I never get him. He's put up some great numbers. 8 picks in the last 2 years, 18 pass deflections. Not interested, but we'll see what kind of offers he has. I bet he has some decent ones. The Raiders. We'll still try though, we're second. But other than him, once again, no running backs. There are receivers, but we don't really need to sign one anymore. We just don't really have too many needs anymore. I mean, safety, and we're gonna have to pay Drake May. Wait, did we already? No, we're gonna have to pay him this year, so we're gonna have to start being smarter about the cap. Not that I've been really spending it, but I don't know. I'm just trying to justify why I'm not signing free agents. I'm trying to find an excuse. I don't know. If there were big upgrades, I would sign them, but there really aren't. I mean, we could sign Xavier Worthy. He would be an upgrade over Jaden Higgins, but that would be a little redundant with Anthony Stanford already being that type. I mean, we really don't have that much money. Junior Colson, that would be kind of fun. I could see that for some weird reason. Sure, we can get the lead for him. I've been trying to sign a linebacker, but they always reject us. I might trade for a running back. I feel like I always end up having to trade for one. We could also draft one if there is a good one. I'd rather do that, but we'll see. But all right, these two players, Hicks and Colson, both sign. I'm gonna assume we get Colson, but not Hicks. Good guess. I mean, it wasn't a hard guess. We had the lead for Colson and we didn't for Hicks, but you never know, to be fair. Keon Coleman went to the Titans. Worthy went to the Cardinals. That's weird. But all right, let's get to the draft. And like I said, I'm thinking running back, but we do need O-line depth now. That's at least something we need. And I don't know, a safety, probably. But all right, once again in the draft, we pick at 31. Again, the worst pick to have, as I always say, but we'll see who's available. There really weren't, again, any great, well, okay, there's a good running back I focus scouted. The only problem is he's already 23. He ran a 4.39. Somehow only has good speed, great excel. I mean, that's about right for a 4.39. I'd say more great. Only decent change of direction, though. He looks good. Oh, there are some good pass rushers, though. Again, though, I don't really see anyone projected to go in this range that I want. Anyone we could take, we could get later. Let's see, is there a good safety? There is. Okay. I should have focus scouted him. Sometimes I'm not good at telling which safety is the best. Okay, I think it might be pretty clear cut here. Doug Martin. Okay, he's not the best run defender. Only C pursuit. What does Durham have? He's big, so he probably has A pursuit. Ooh, he does. Okay, maybe this isn't as clear cut as I thought. He ran a 4.31, yet only has solid acceleration. So what does he have? He should have 99 speed by that logic if he's only going to have 90 excel or something. I know he's not going to have 99 speed. It's only going to be like 90, 95. See, he looks good, but you got to ignore the 40 time. It just doesn't mean anything in Madden. I don't know. He's still probably the better of the two safeties, though. What was Martin's 40 time? I didn't even look at it, did I? It was only a 4.41, but that's somehow going to be faster. Like, a combine number shouldn't be everything, but it should mean more than it does. I always say that, too. Like, Durham's faster, but he's going to be slower than Martin. Like, that just doesn't make sense. So I really don't know which one of these two is better. Martin's the better athlete and better in coverage, but Durham is better against the run and is maybe the better athlete. I don't know. Okay, if we're being real for this scheme, we should probably take Durham because he's the better run defender. Sure. Yeah, rank 3, 94 speed, 88 acceleration. Averaging at a 91 is somehow a 4.27. That's awesome. I feel bad complaining so much, but like, what do you mean? But all right, round 2, let's go with Jamar Clemens. Do we even need him though? Like, what is he gonna do for us? He's 276. He's gonna have to be the Keon White type, and we don't need that because we have Keon White. I'll just go with Charles Mims here. Looks good, has some questionable stuff about him, but I mean, he looks good. We know he's a first round talent. Probably later? No, about mid. Rank 14, we'll take it. But all right, round 3. Is there anyone else worth drafting that we have scouted? There is Daniel Allen. I'm surprised he's left. He looked pretty good. I thought he was gonna be better. Oh, okay, I get it now. He had some A's to C's and they ended up being B's, but he had a really good combine. Great strength, good speed, 3 elite traits. I'm still looking at him. I'm surprised he's not better than 2nd to 3rd round. Just centers are one of those positions like D-line, like mostly D-line, line that just look better than they actually are. But we'll still take him. Rank 62, got him at 95. Good depth, sure. Possible future starter. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. It was really similar to last year, actually. At least for overalls. Durham's a 79 and Mims is a 77. This was a horrible draft class. There were only 280 overalls. Doug Martin was the better of the two safeties, I figured. All right, well, we still got a good one, again, who's a better fit for us if we're trying to be realistic. Martin was somehow faster on average, even though he, again, ran like 0.1 slower, like a full 1/10 of a second slower, whatever. There's also a really good guard, Kevin Edwards. He went to the Saints, but that was it. I mean, at least we got a top 5 talent. It said he was 3. I guess he was tied for 3rd. And then we got the 14th best player, Charles Mims. So good draft, really good. Could have done slightly better technically, but I mean, we did pretty well. I don't know if I want to start Mims though. I mean, we could. It would just be risky. I don't know. Like, I almost regret taking Mims because what are we going to do with him? He's just going to be an RB2. I don't trust him to be the starter. But like, if we're being realistic here, first round talent running back, when you need a running back, he should start. I just think he's going to get like 3.2 yards per carry because that's about how well running backs do in Madden, unless they're an insane overall. We'll see though. I might start him just because. But like, the other thing is, if he was 21, I would for sure start him, but he's 23, so even if he does do well, he's gonna start regressing soon. I don't know. Either way, Allen is decent, and then I took Joe Roman. He's not that good, but I took him because of his name and because he's 378 pounds. So yeah, he has 95 strength and 67 speed, 78 excel. For his size, he is very fast. And then the CPU took another running back and another Roman Davis. All right, cool. But okay, here is a look at the team heading into year number 4. We did go down 2 overall. I figured we would be a little worse this year, but then again, I don't know. I didn't think we got that much worse. Now, we'll probably be higher than an 88 by the end of the year. I think we're going to develop a decent bit, but we'll see. And I did decide I'll start Mims. Stevenson did regress even more. There was a position battle for running back, so Stevenson got some boosts, but I still think I'm going to start Mims. I mean, yeah, Stevenson's 30. He's going to regress as a running back at 30. Makes sense. So we'll see how Mims does. Maybe he'll surprise me. I doubt it, though. But the defense, I think, should be really nice this year. We have pretty much everything figured out on paper. Just depends on how it'll actually do. And, you know, there's some guys who aren't, like, the best overalls, but they've been doing really well. That's why we've kept them around. I'm also going to start Jermari Harris at corner this year as a slot. We'll see how he does. This will be his first time starting. He's already 27, but oh well, he's solid. This is just a weird team. It's been hard to upgrade anything. I don't know if that's bad luck or what it is, but it's been a little bit tough. But we'll see how this year goes. We should be good. This is mostly just a development year, even though we could still do super well. I'm just wanting the running back to develop. I'm wanting Durham to develop, but we still should be pretty good. So let's get to the midseason point and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, here's the random down year. We are 2-4. It didn't happen in 2027 like I expected, but it did happen eventually. We have a really bad scoring defense and run game on offense, so that's tough. Let's see what's going wrong. Okay, Drake May randomly has been sacked 14 times this year compared to 6 last year, and Mims has 2.7 yards per carry. See, that's what I was afraid of. All right, I don't think we could be doing well this year at all. Just everything's going wrong for us. But I'll put Stevenson back in as the starter. We'll try to find a real running back this year, I guess. Now, well, hold on. What is Stevenson's dev trait? Or not Stevenson, Mims. It's only star. So yeah, we'll start Stevenson for the rest of the year and find, I mean, there still hasn't been a running back available in free agency. Thankfully, if nothing else from this season, Durham does have superstar, but that's like the only positive. But all right, who do we have to re-sign? We could even trade some players away. Yeah, let's trade Jaden Higgins. Where does he rank for receivers? 67? He's like a number 3. I mean, he would be the number 1 for the Bills, but we're not going to trade him inter-division. Ooh, the Chiefs. They just don't have any money. All right, we'll trade Higgins to the Chiefs for a 5th. We'll just take Phillips so they can afford the trade, but an AFC East team trading with the Chiefs involving a receiver, that goes well usually. But we have some players to re-sign. Now, I didn't even notice, but I think Savaniah won Best O-Lineman last year. He got Superstar Dev. I guess we're past the point of being able to see, but I'm guessing that's why he got it. That's really the only way a lineman can get a dev trait increase, but we'll see if we want to re-sign him. He's been horrible this year. But Drake May, I mean, we need to re-sign him, obviously. We'll go 7 years, 489 mil. How much is that per year? 69.8. Okay. He doesn't even take it. Ooh, I mean, he is up to a 99 overall. Now the third best QB in the league. Well, hopefully we can bring him back. But Savonai is interesting. He's had one good year, one okay year, and 2 awful years. He's in the middle of an awful year. I'm kind of thinking about trading him. Like, right guard, it isn't the most important position on the O-line. I mean, they're all important, but where does he rank? He's the number 3 ranked right guard at only 24 years old. Is that first round pick caliber? The only thing is he's in a contract year. I think he might be late first worthy. That's close. Because he will be the number 1 ranked right guard soon, probably. Well, I don't know. There is minors, but yeah, I think it's fair to get a first for him. We'll send him to the Seahawks for a first. Not that the Seahawks would ever do this, but maybe they fired John Schneider here. We'll pretend that happened. But Christian Barmore, definitely want him back. I'll go 2 years. No, I'll go 3 years. He's already 29. I thought he was younger than that. I guess he has been around for a few years at this point. But all right, I'll go 3 years, 66.6. Spooky, I guess. But okay, other than that, I guess that's it. So let's get to the end of the year. We'll get this season over with. I mean, we might bounce back. Usually the worse team you have in simulation, the better you do. So trading those guys away might make us better. We'll see. I wouldn't mind having a good draft pick, though. I kind of do hope we tank at this point. You know what? For that reason, let me put Mims back in as the number 1 running back. Okay, we're tanking. We'll see how we end up doing, but it's probably not going to be good. All right, well, good call about making the team worse and somehow getting better. We are 10-7, but we don't make the playoffs at the end of the year. Is this going to be one of those 10-year rebuilds where we do well every year, we just cannot win playoff games? Or, well, win Super Bowls. I guess that wasn't even really the case this year. We've had back-to-back winning seasons, no Super Bowls yet, with 2 first-round buys. It's like we're in the spot where we're stuck at being good because we're not getting good enough draft picks. But Drake May, he ended up being good. Mims bounced back, so I guess if we wanted to tank, maybe it would have been better to start Stevenson. I don't know, though. Douglas had an insane year, almost 1,500 yards, 25 receiving touchdowns. Stanford was good. The numbers were all weird this year. Like, we weren't split. It was all Douglas that got the receptions. I don't know. It was just a weird year. Burnham was pretty bad at left guard. Caleb McGarry was still our best lineman, despite being the lowest overall by a lot. And then Colson, 125 tackles led the team. 13 TFLs for Carter led the team. 11.5 sacks for him. 8 for Luvu and White. Not much outside of that, though. But 4 picks for Gonzalez, 2 for Crawford, and then 1 for a few players. Let's just forget this year ever happened. Sound good? Demario Douglas did win Offensive Player of the Year, though, and we get cucked for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, that could have mattered. If Mims got Superstar Dev and a big overall boost, he could have actually played well next year, but I don't know. I'm already getting bitter and we're only in year 4. I'm scared for the rest of this. But the Commanders beat the Bills 38-17 in the Super Bowl. I guess it's better than the Bills winning it. Or no, wait, they did. Great. Having to flip the numbers in my mind sometimes confuses me. So the Bills did win it. Cool. And we're what, like 4 overall better than them still? Probably. Ooh, they might be losing Josh Allen though. Sometimes I see those messages and I just don't believe them. Like, I'll look in free agency and those players just aren't there. But we need Drake May back. I mean, we'll tag him if we have to. I don't want to have to go player friendly though. That's a big difference. That takes it from 69 mil a year to 79. Like, I'll go neutral. I'll up it a tiny bit, but 7 years, 490. He does take it. Okay, good. Simon Booth will pick up the 5th year. Harris will, how did he do? Did he do anything? He had 8 pass deflections, but no picks. He's 28. I'm fine. But Jack Nelson, Dante Trader, real life rookies now. Marcus Jones, All right, let's get into free agency, and I do want to sign players this year. Hopefully there are some. We don't have a lot of money, but we can restructure deals easily. Still really isn't that good though. Also, I was right. Josh Allen isn't here. I mean, maybe they tagged him. Maybe it's like, I don't know, the whole I'm not coming back storyline should mean they're not coming back, but I guess he did go back. Ooh, but Quinshon Judkins, he was all right this year. He's, of course, a better overall than how he actually plays, but he's done all right. There's also Caleb Johnson, but he hasn't really developed. He does have Superstar, though. He's barely played. I don't know. I feel like I want to go bigger than Judkins. Like, we need an actual great running back. Let's see. I also might sign Quentin Nelson or Dylan Fairchild. Ooh, Quentin Nelson's played really well, but he's gonna retire soon. And Fairchild is actually interested. I'll go with him. I'll go 3 years, 63. All the Georgia linemen are here. It's weird. None of them got re-signed. But let's see, Nick Scorton, also kind of a weird fit. He does well, but in like he would be more like the Keon White role. Now, TJ Watt would work, but whenever I sign TJ Watt, he plays horribly, so I don't know, but he does play in coverage. All right, like I said, I want to go big, so let's restructure some deals. We'll just try to make this team as good as we can, which might be a bad thing again, because sometimes the better team you have, the worse you do, but we'll see. Might as well do what I can here. Should we just go a 1 year? Probably. There are good safeties too. We don't really need one anymore though. Xavier Watts, Sebastian Castro developed, and really we haven't gotten much pass rush from our D-line. I wonder if we should think about adding another D-lineman. How does Derek Harmon do? He should be a good pass rusher. He is in real life. Nope, more of a run defender. All right, cool. How about Deion Walker? Okay, he's the pass rusher, I guess, but he's too expensive for what we would get out of him. We can't afford him. So we'll just go for Watt and Fairchild. I think we're gonna trade for a running back too, unless there's a really good one in the draft that I think we could get. We'll see if these two sign. They both do. Those should be big additions. I don't want to give up too much for a running back because we do need a right guard, or a right tackle at least, and another receiver, and a corner. We could go next year's picks and just go all in this year. That might be the move. Kind of weird to do that this year instead of before we had to pay Drake May, but whatever. I thought it would be fine last year. It should have been, to be fair. But all right, we are going to be trading our first that we got from the Seahawks for Jonah Savanaya and a 3rd round pick. I wanted it to be the 5th round pick that we got for Jaden Higgins, but they wouldn't take it. We had to give up a 3rd, but this is a lot to give up for a 28-year-old running back, but he did very well this year. I wouldn't make that trade in real life, again, for a 28-year-old running back, but I don't know. He had 6 yards per carry this year. I might, despite his age. So we should have a run game now, hopefully, and we'll still have a 1st round pick. We'll see what we want to do with that, but ooh, also Frankie Louvu got X Factor. Okay, we don't need pass rush, at least for this year. We should be good, man. We've been good. We just need a Super Bowl. We have a good enough team. We have been deserving one for a couple years. But okay, in the draft, I guess this is the best pick we've had in a while. I guess maybe this is the Seahawks pick because we probably would have had 17. I don't know. It's a 1 pick difference. Who cares? I'm half tempted to move up this year, but we just have too many issues. We can't really afford to do that. But I do want Matthew Armstead. I don't think he's amazing, but he looks pretty good. Ran a better 40 time than he is going to have speed and acceleration, but should be fast. Has a lot of A ratings. Just the short route kind of scares me, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. We wouldn't be able to trade up to number 2 anyways. Now, if he does like slip or something, maybe I guess I should check because there really isn't a great receiver other than him. Nope. Okay, cool. Well, let's get to number 16. I'm probably going to trade down here because I'm probably not even going to take a receiver round 1. We'll probably just go with Shelton I guess late round 2. We could go with a lineman here, I guess. I don't know. I don't see a great one though. Hugh Barnett has really good strength, but that's about it. Ooh, Austin Brooks. I don't know if he's better, but 45 bench reps, projected to go round 2. Almost just think he's straight up better, but I don't know. Barnett might have better awareness. Tough to say. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of another year of no clear option that I want. There are lots of good players. I bet Brockers is a top 5 talent. Maybe we should take him. I mean, he would be a good slot corner. We do need that, clearly. He might be my pick. Ooh, there is also Sutton round 2. 4 elite traits. I don't know. He's more of a safety though, but he does have a man. We could probably get him later too though. Okay, I'm gonna trade down. There are lots of good players like round 2, but I don't see any here. Let's trade down pretty far. I'll trade down with, how about the Seahawks again? No. Texans, I guess. Pick up a 2. Sure. Are you kidding me? Hutton went 1 pick before us. Yeah, this is just one of those rebuilds, man. All right, let's go with, I guess I'll go Deion Swain. He looks good enough, but we could also just wait and get Bags round 3, so why do that? Well, I guess he could get taken early is the risk, but I don't know. That sucks. That was the one clear top 5 talent guy I saw, and he got stolen right in front of us. I'm gonna go with, it's early, but I don't really care. Should I go Barnett, or do I think Brooks is better? I think Barnett's better just because of the possible A awareness. We'll take him. He looks pretty good. Ranked 21, got him at 27, 97 strength. Sure. Not gonna be a tackle, that's the only problem, but neither of those guys would have been. We'll figure something out at right tackle. But all right, round 2, let's go. Let me see. Shelton pick 76. Bags pick 85. We'll go Shelton. Again, we could maybe trade down, but I don't want to risk it anymore. We'll We'll take Shelton. Ooh, barely worth it. Ranked 48, and oh, he does have hidden. Okay, I did not think he would. And then, oh yeah, I forgot we had a late second now. Let's see, I could go with a safety. There are 3 with A awareness. Mark Hale, I've never seen that. Ooh, he's slow. I still kind of want to take him. Let me see, is there a fast safety left? Well, kinda. He has good speed and good acceleration, but he only ran a 4.54, which isn't horrible, but he does rely on man coverage. You don't want to be slow. What was Hairston? Only solid and decent. Okay, I'll just take Cooper. Like, I'm still kind of worried about our secondary. He's probably okay. Oh, he's ranked 29. Okay, he's normal dev, but about how good I thought he would be. And let's just go with more O-line depth. Paul Slade looks decent. Yeah, he's right around this range. That's what I figured. Okay, this wasn't that great of a class, but every pick was worth it, so we'll take it. Just no, like, absolute steals. But okay, here's how he did in the draft. It was okay. Barnett, he's a 77. He's good. I guess he'll be a starter. I don't know. I didn't really think this draft through. I don't know if we got a single starter, unfortunately. I mean, we're a good team, so that's whatever, but I mean, Shelton will probably start just because he does have hidden dev and is a rookie, so he'll probably develop. Just isn't great. And then Ty Cooper, he was a decent safety. He was a 75, but dropped to a 73 at corner. Didn't he have B-man in C to F awareness or C to whatever? I mean, I guess that makes sense because usually safeties are better in zone than man, but I was just assuming it would be higher than his zone. What if I just don't play him at corner? What if we just move him back to safety? He'll be a good depth safety. How about that? And I may or may not have forgotten that we didn't have a 3rd round pick. I was gonna draft the corner. Who was it? There was one 1st round talent left. Let me just go to 3rd round. Was it Muldrow? No, it wasn't Muldrow. It was Bags. I was gonna take him round 3, but I forgot we didn't have a 3rd round pick. Thankfully, only normal dev, but kind of messed that up, but oh well. We actually got someone who maybe in the long run will be better. Matt Foster. I just picked him because he had B-man and he was a slot corner, and there are a lot of slot corners that actually end up being pretty decent, and he is, so he might start. We'll see. And then the CPU picked 2 pass rushers for whatever. Not even gonna make the team, but sure. But all right, let's get into year 5, and let's hope we can be more than just a regular season team. I mean, we do well in the playoffs, just we can't win a Super Bowl. But okay, here is a look at the team heading into year number 6. This one feels like it's going quick. Feels like we're still early, but we're about halfway done now. But yeah, this is the best team we've had. We're a 90 overall heading into the season. We have a 93 offense, 88 defense. I mean, really, there shouldn't be an issue with this team hardly at all. If anything, like, I guess having a rookie right tackle isn't great at this point. He's only ranked 38, not even starting caliber, but he'll develop. Kind of a weird build for tackle. He's 6'5", 340, but it'll be fine. But I think we'll be really good this year. We'll see. We're still starting rookies though, so there are positives and negatives of that. But the run game should be much better this year with Kenneth Walker at very least. And I mean, we have a ton of X factors on offense. So again, on paper, should be good. But let's get to the midseason point and we will see how we actually do. Okay, at the midseason point, we are 6-1. Thankfully back to being good. I'm still like iffy about our defense. It had 1 or 2 years where it was like the best in the league. Last year it was bad. This year it's good, but the yards aren't good. So we're probably gonna regress in the second half of the year. I don't know. Hopefully not. But that's usually what happens. Usually in Madden, the points per game get closer to where the yards are at. But I don't even know if I believe any of that, if any of that's right. I don't know. This game gives me trust issues. But I did check at the beginning of the year to see, I was like, oh, hey, I wonder if we're gonna have, or what positions we're gonna have coming up for deals, so I know what scouts to get, like what positions we might lose. But I was greeted with the reality that we have to re-sign just a few players. Abdul Carter, Raphael Jarrett, Kenneth Walker. I didn't realize he was gonna be due for a deal. Wayne Cooks, Clifton Burnham, who I'm probably gonna let go. We'll see. Quincy Norris. Oh yeah, I found this Jeremiah Cummings guy, or Cummins, in free agency. Funny name. I could have started him, but I wanted to start the rookie who was actually under contract. But also Frankie Luvu, Mike Nwenu, TJ Watt. Just a few starters, just like half our team. But all right, we'll start with Abdul Carter, who isn't interested for some reason, despite us being really good. Maybe we can't. I would rather just start with someone who will resign, so I don't screw us over by spending all our money trying to get Carter and not being able to get anyone else back. I'll go with Walker, but I don't want to go 5 years. I would go 3 years, 69.9. He takes that. Okay, good. I I would have preferred maybe even shorter than that, but that's fine. Now let's see, Jarrett or Cooks? I mean, Jarrett's been really good. Developed better than he's been playing, but $750 a year isn't bad for a tight end. He's the number 7 ranked tight end. Is he worth paying? I was just talking up how good he's been, but like, nah, he isn't very expensive. 4 years, 60, that's fine. Okay, doesn't take it. I mean, I shouldn't have expected him to it. He doesn't have much interest, but we'll see at the end of the year. I don't know, maybe we should just wait on all these at the end of the year, because I mean, our top priority should be Carter. We can probably, again, restructure a few deals. I'm not too worried about it. We might lose a couple starters, but it'll be fine. Ooh, what? I never bring these up, but what position should we focus scout? Defensive end is strong. Interior O-line always shows up as weak. I'm not too worried about it being all 3 of the weak classes, or weak positions in the class. I'll go defensive end, because we're gonna lose one. I trust my ability to spot which linemen are good better than my ability to spot which defensive ends are good. I feel like I'm yapping a lot today, more than usual. But okay, at the end of the year, we end up going 14-3. We'll take it. Back to being really good. I mean, we still have not had a team, or I shouldn't even talk about that. Forget what I was gonna say. Also, look at the amount. I say this at least once per rebuild, but the amount of 9-8 teams in the playoffs. 8-9 Seahawks too. Again, this is what happens when any team can beat any other team pretty much. Everyone ends up being mid. So we have a bunch of 9-8 teams in the playoffs. Did any 9-8 teams make the playoffs in real life? I don't think so. Maybe were the Bucks 9-8? Let me see. No, they were 10-7. So we had none in real life, but 4 here in an 8-9 team too. Fun. But Drake May, good year. Not as many passing touchdowns this year, but only 5 picks, 4,400 yards, 75 completion percentage. He's been really different year to year. He's also been getting sacked a lot more lately, but I mean, at least his completion percentage has been consistently insane. I mean, he's been, again, very, very, very good. I like Drake May. I just don't. Well, he's definitely not going to be as good as he's done here, because no quarterback ever has been this good, but I guess he does have like top 5 potential, so maybe. But Kenneth Walker, 1,350 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5.6 per carry. That was a good trade. 1,100 yards for Douglas, almost 1,200, 10 touchdowns. And Shelton is a rookie, 1,150 yards, only 3 receiving touchdowns, but should still get offensive rookie of the year. Only star dev, so hopefully. But the blocking was okay. Booth wasn't all that good, but the rest of the line was good. And then 107 tackles for Colson led the team, 11 TFLs for Watt and Barmore, and sacks, 16 for Carter, 13 for Watt and White. Okay, the Watt signing was definitely worth it. I was saying he usually isn't good for me, but he was pretty good here. But picks 3 for Crawford and Gonzalez, and then 1 for a few players. So interesting year. I don't really even see why we weren't like, well, I guess we were 14-3. It's hard to complain about that, but I guess I'm still mad from last year, so I want to find something to complain about. But Trevor Lawrence wins MVP. That's interesting. Have we had a Mahomes MVP? I guess we probably have. It's been a couple days since I started this video, so I can't remember what I was doing at the start of this. He won one in 2024 in simulation. Definitely not going to win it in real life, though, in 2025. So he's only technically won 1 here. It's a breath of fresh air, kinda. But May at number 7. Rashee Rice takes Offensive Player of the Year. Never mind, the Chiefs still show up. Walker at number 5. May at 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Josh Uche. He does well sometimes, but of course he's doing especially well in the Patriots rebuild. But Carter at 5. Watt at 9. We get cucked for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Not only by a division rival, but by the receiver I wanted, Matthew Armstead. Great. I thought we would be safe from getting cucked by this point. I thought not many rookies would still be starting. I am messing up every sentence I say. I need to take a nap or something. But yeah, we not only get cucked by a division rival, but a player I wanted. Fun. But let's see, Foster at 8 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't even remember who that is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Was that the corner? Is that who that is? Yeah, okay. I'm bad with names, all right? At least in Madden. But all right, we're gonna have to see how we do in the playoffs this year. We're gonna be taking on the Browns, who are an 88. Only went 9-8, but I would guess an 88 is pretty good. Well, it's pretty good. There are actually a lot of good teams now, but I do think we finally have the highest overall team in the league. It took us a while. There are some teams who did better than I expected, better than usual, especially the Texans at a 92, but the Chiefs are also a 92. The Raiders are a 91. They've been doing well in rebuilds too lately. Well, they found a QB here. That's probably why. But yeah, we do have the highest overall team. Not by a whole lot, but still the best. So we'll see see how we do here. We, I guess, had the same points per game on offense as the Browns. They had the better offense, apparently, although I should check, because I guess I can't go off of that. No, they apparently had 28.5 points per game, so their offense was better. But we put up more yards by a lot. But I think they allowed more points. Yeah, we actually had the best defense in the league for points per game allowed. We only allowed 19.5. Pretty good. But that doesn't matter if we can't win a Super Bowl. I mean, this is definitely a team that deserves to win, but we'll have to see what happens. Can we beat the Browns? I have a bad feeling. Okay, we do beat them. Barely. 21-19. Oh, and now we're going to be taking on one of my least favorite teams to go against in Madden, the Raiders. They always beat me. It's them, the Panthers, and the Jags that I can never get past in the playoffs. 3 great teams in real life. Now, it still shows 4th best offense, 19th defense. It just shows the same stuff. What were they actually? Well, I don't know what rank this is, but we were a lot better than them on offense. But they did have the 2nd best defense, but we just happened to have the best. So battle of 2 great defenses, 1 great offense. Now it shows the right stats. All right, whatever. Let's see if we can move on to the conference championship. And we do. We beat them 28-16. Good. And speak of the devil, I mean, we already moved past one of the teams we can never seem to beat in simulation. Now we're facing another in the Jags. They're only an 87 overall, though. We are 6 overall better than them. 9 on offense, 2 on defense. I'm guessing their offense did well in simulation, even though it was probably the worst. Oh, yep, it was the best. I mean, I saw that already. I just forgot. That makes sense. Why wouldn't the worst offense be the best? I don't know if it's the worst, but I'm assuming it is. Well, not the worst. The Commanders are, but tied for 2nd worst. Give me a break, man. But they also had a really good defense. Yeah, this game shouldn't be close based on these 2 teams on paper, but we'll see what happens. Can we move on to the Super Bowl for the not third year in a row, but 3rd time in 4 years, something like that? It does not look like we won. We got beat 41-17 by a team that is 6 overall worse than us. Cool. Great. It's so frustrating being right there. It just feels like there's nothing we can do to elevate the team anymore, yet we're just not getting rewarded with it. Wait, it was Jags Commanders in the Super Bowl? That is the 2 lowest overall teams in the league in the Super Bowl. I might cut the whole team. It doesn't mean anything to build a good roster. That's like the Patriots and, I don't know, the Giants making the Super Bowl this year. Like, probably the 2 worst rosters in the league. That's insane. Okay, cool. But all right, for re-signings, we don't have enough money, so let's restructure some deals. Thankfully, Drake May, that'll save about 12 mil, but we need more than that. So we'll see how much we end up with. But all right, let's see who we want to bring back, or who we can. We now have 62 mil, which is gonna be enough for like 4 of these players or something. I don't know. Abdul Carter, I mean, if he doesn't re-sign, we might be cooked. I might just commit it. I don't know. We'll see. He doesn't re-sign. All right, we'll tag him. That's gonna be, oh, it's not too bad. It's 28 mil. I mean, I don't really know why he's not interested. He's in a pretty good position to succeed. I know we haven't won a Super Bowl yet, but I mean, we're good. We're really good, but whatever. But Jarrett, I mean, I'll go player friendly. I'll go 5 years, 94. He takes that. That's a lot more expensive than it was at the midseason. But Crawford, I'll pick up the 5th year, and we still have to re-sign Cooks, maybe Burnham. I mean, he was good this year, and he was absolutely just terrible the year before. I mean, I guess I was at left guard, but like, how has Cooks been doing? Okay, he's been getting progressively worse statistically. This year he wasn't that good at all in a contract year. All right, well, what if I just don't re-sign him? Or Burnham, or Norris. Burnham, maybe. Mike Nwenu too, I forgot. I mean, he's been whatever. He was good when we had him at guard. He's like okay at left. I mean, as stupid as it is, 10 sacks is good at left tackle in Madden. Like, I'm slowly learning that. That's not bad for a left tackle. We can't even afford him though. I mean, I can restructure some of these other deals that we just signed, but we're gonna be getting into some cap trouble if I start doing that too much. We might have to let him go, or at least like try to re-sign him in free agency, because I kind of want TJ Watt back. He was super good this year. Oh god, what do we do? Okay, Cooks, no. Burnham, maybe, because he was really good. Nwenu, Watt was good and has been good. I'll give him like a 1 year, something like that. He does take it. Okay, good. And now we're out of money, so we gotta do some work work again, unfortunately. Well, I don't know. I forgot we have Daniel Allen. He was a center, but he would be fine at right guard. We do need a left tackle. We need a D lineman, but that's about, I mean, we need a safety. We did just draft Ty Cooper. We might be okay. I mean, we were going to be okay regardless, but we might still be really good next year. Ooh, and Barnett has superstar. That's cool. So yeah, D-line, safety, maybe. Left tackle's the big need, but we'll see what we can do. But okay, this year in the draft, we pick at 30. These are just depressing draft picks. Like almost the last ones. It means you got super close, but guess what, buddy? You didn't do enough. I also don't even know the last time we've scouted a top 5 talent. I've drafted some. We're getting unlucky with the positions they're at and the positions we need, but we'll just get to 30. Ooh, I'm glad I focus scouted Davis because I was probably going to take him. What did I miss? Oh, he doesn't have any A ratings. There were like 4 possible ones and he doesn't have any other than awareness. Okay, that'll do it. Let's see, there's Isaac Henry at guard. That's probably who I'm going to take because he's like the only first round talent that we have scouted. I guess he'll play left tackle. He has the build for it. He's 6'4". 41 bench reps and he ran a 4.9 flat. Sure, that's realistic. Rank 16, 95 strength, 74 speed, 81 acceleration. Maybe the best athlete ever? I don't know. No, I've seen a lot crazier, but still. But should we go Duhan, whatever that last name is? I guess he's the best player we have scouted that's still left. All the defensive ends went quick. Not that we do need one. Never mind. I almost said we didn't. I forgot we actually do. I mean, these guys are all undersized. We need a bigger one. Should I go with another massive defensive tackle? Isaiah Stevenson, 350 pounds, 46 bench reps. I mean, we could wait if we do take him, but I might. Man, I don't know. I might just go with Duhan, whatever it is. There are safeties. Are they actually good, though? Chamberlain looks pretty good. It kind of looks really similar to the other safety that was available that I'm glad I didn't take. Just give me Curtis Allen. He's at least, he's 23, though. He's not going to develop. I'll just go with the best player available because, I mean, why not? Duhan, sure. Rank 46, aren't there like 48 possible first to second round talent players? Whatever, it's fine. Or not 48 possible, but it goes to 48, I think. Or somewhere around there. And then round 3, there's nobody good left that we have scouted. It started off so promising. Let's see. I guess we'll just go with Stevenson. I mean, we could probably wait even more, but oh well. He looks okay. At least he has hidden dev, 98 strength. Sure. We'll move Barmore back out to defensive end. He'll be our Stevenson will obviously be our nose tackle at 350. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It was whatever. Henry's good. He's going to be our starter at left tackle. He's probably going to go down to a 76, but we'll see how he does. No, he stays a 77. Okay, that's not bad. Did Duhan have hidden? I can't remember. Oh yeah, he did. That's kind of rare for a non-first round corner. Oh, this was a really, really good class early, but I guess we took technically the best player we could have. There were no 79s available by the time we picked, so yeah, Henry was a 78 at guard, so that's about as well as we could have done there unless we traded up. But good draft. I also did see something that made me a little bit upset. I picked a linebacker, Clark, at number 72, or at 7, no, he's a 72, at number 30 in round 4. And 7 picks before that, there was a 78 overall middle linebacker that got picked by the Steelers. Wish he fell to us, but it is what it is. But all right, let's get into year number 7, and we are still trying to win a Super Bowl. We've been deserving of one for a while now. We'll see if we can finally get it done, if the Madden gods will allow us. But okay, here we are heading into year 7. We are a 92 overall heading into the year. We have a 95 overall offense. We've gone a little overboard here on offense. I mean, not really. We've kind of just drafted a lot of these guys, honestly, and they've just developed super well. It is weird to have so much better of an offense than defense on paper, but I guess that is kind of usually how it goes. But I mean, the defense is still good. Ooh, Duhan's gone up a few overall throughout the preseason. Maybe we should start him. He might have a good dev trait. Might as well. He's only 1 overall lower than Foster, so we'll see how he does. So I mean, we're still starting rookies, Stevenson, Duhan, and Henry. Other than that, though, I mean, the team's getting a little bit older, like Kenneth Walker. Douglas is probably close to 30, like 29. Good guess. So we kind of gotta win soon. It's gonna start getting too expensive, all that fun stuff. I mean, we're built to win, and we do win. We can't close. We can't win a Super Bowl. We can get to Super Bowls. We just can't win them. So, also, every single preseason, we've been 0-3 for the last, like, 4 years. I don't know why, but preseason hates us. But all right, let's get to the midseason point, and we'll see how we do. Hopefully, we don't underperform. But okay, at the midseason, we are 4-2. That's about what I expected. I figured we wouldn't be amazing, but we're good. This year, our defense, I don't know. Our defense always starts out kind of mid, but gets much better throughout the second half of the year for some reason. We did just lose to the Bills, who, are they a good overall now? Should we be losing to them? I don't think, well, we shouldn't really be technically losing to anyone, but it happens. What are the Bills? They're an 87. Bears are an 85. What happened? That's sad. Our offense is weird too. We have 32.3 points per game, if that's right, but we're only 20th for passing yards. Maybe we're getting really good starting positions, but that wouldn't make sense because our defense isn't good. I don't know. Wait, what? We only have 2 returned kicks on the year? Huh? And 5 returned punts? What? Oh, okay, I guess that's just a thing. Why? The most returned kicks is 6. All right, sure, whatever. Anyways, we have a lot of re-signings and no money. This is the year I was scared of. I thought it would be like next year when I was saying, you know, we're gonna start losing some pieces, but Christmas came early here. All right, well, and why is nobody interested? Like, we're not a bad team. It feels like we are, though. It's weird. This is like the first rebuild I've ever done where we do super well. It just doesn't feel like it. I don't know why. Like, players aren't interested. It's felt very negative, even though it's been positive, mostly. But I guess I'll re-sign, or no, we can't even afford Demario Douglas. We can't really afford anyone here. So we'll just have to wait until the end of the year. Hopefully we get better. I mean, we're good. Hopefully our defense gets better, though, like it has been. But all right, let's see how we end up doing. But okay, in year 7, we end up going 12-5, and we get a first round bye once again. Now, this year, our defense wasn't good. I mean, it was okay. Just our pass D was kind of bad. Overall, it was fine. It should have been really good, but we're up to a 97 on offense. I think it's going to fall apart a little bit this year, unfortunately, but we made it pretty good. Unfortunately, DeHaan only has star, but... Oh, wait. Ooh, I don't know how much he played, but Stevenson has superstar. That's cool. I mean, it's revealed, so he must have played a decent bit. Just didn't really develop a whole lot. That's kind of weird. But Drake May, 4,700 yards, 43 touchdowns, 8 picks. Another monster season, just expected at this point. Kenneth Walker slowed down a little bit. I mean, well, no, last year he only had, what, 4.8 per carry? Which is, or no, he had 5.6. Oh, no, I think he had 4.8 at the midseason this year when I checked. So he slowed down a little bit this year. I mean, a full yard per carry from last year, but still 4.6 is good. Might need a new running back next year, though, unfortunately. I mean, he'll still be a good overall, but if he loses another yard per carry, then he wouldn't be very good. I don't know if that would happen, but it could, knowing this game. But 1,350 yards for Douglas, 15 touchdowns. How many career total yards does he have? I didn't know he would necessarily be the massive breakout. He hasn't been below 1,000 yards this whole rebuild. Again, the magic of the Bengals playbook. It's almost too broken, kinda. But I mean, I don't know. It's not like we're having the best offense in the league by a mile, but it makes us have the best offense, or close to it, if we have the best overall offense. So it actually makes it realistic. Still not 10,000 career yards, though, for Douglas. That's kind of surprising, but close to it. But Shelton, 1,000 yards, almost 1,000 for Stanford. Blocking, Booth was amazing. Or no, Henry was amazing at left tackle as a rookie. Barnett was great. Booth was like our only not great lineman, but still not bad. But Colson, 108 tackles. TFL's 18 for Carter, led the team, and sacks, 11.5 for White, 9.5 for Carter. Only 4 for TJ Watt. Okay, this is the TJ Watt I usually get. Now it makes sense because he's regressed a lot, but I mean, he's still a top 10 outside linebacker. He should be getting like 10 sacks, close to it at least, or top 10 right outside linebacker at least. But, and we only had 7 total picks. DeHaan with 3 is a rookie, but only 1 pass deflection, 2 for Colson, and then 1 for Gonzalez and Crawford. It's like I changed defensive playbooks or something. What is this? I don't know what happened here, but our offense was good. Drake May wins his 2nd MVP. Crazy. I've never really seen him do this well in simulation either. I guess we got well, I guess that's the magic of the playbook, but he also takes Offensive Player of the Year. Douglas all the way down at 8. That's kind of surprising, but I guess players produce like crazy in Madden. Madden, so I don't know. But we get cucked again for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Have we won a Rookie of the Year? I feel like we won one. I can't remember who it was, though. Gotten second for a couple, though. But yeah, this is almost too good of a team. I mean, that shows because we are out of money. We're paying too many players, too many good players. Oh, also, the amount of times we've been good at the end of the year, but we've lost the last 2 games of the year. The year we went 10-7 and missed the playoffs, we lost the last 2 that year, too. So we could have gone like 12-5. This year we could have gone 14-3 again, but lost the last 2, unfortunately. But hopefully that doesn't keep up throughout the playoffs. We'll see, though. We are going to be taking on the Denver Broncos. I never see this is probably the team I think about least in simulation. I don't know why, but I never see them do anything notable. I almost never see them in the playoffs. Again, their playbooks just must be horrible. I don't know. I mean, they're in the playoffs here, but that seems rare. How are they looking? I need an update. I'll get a rare look at the Broncos. Bo Nix has developed a decent bit up to an 89. It's only ranked 26 though for QBs, so he really isn't that good. That's more like a 77, 76. I don't know. If we're talking real life current ratings, this team isn't great. They have Quinn Miners, who kind of carries their overall, but that's at right guard. They have a pretty good number 1 receiver. I don't know. They have a really good D-line. It's a weird D-line because I'm pretty sure they're a 3-4 still. So they have all 4-3 defensive ends. So we'll hope that they switched, but I'm sure they didn't. What a weird team. So we should be able to beat them, hopefully, and we smoke them. Okay, that's fair. 42-14, sure. I mean, we really are that much better. I mean, that's a little bit overkill, but I'm glad we beat them at least. But we're going to be taking on the Jaguars again in the conference championship. Actually, I can't remember if we faced them in the conference championship, but we're playing them again at least. Is this like the 3rd or 4th time we've played them in the playoffs? I don't know. It feels like it. We meet them a lot, but can we move on to another Super Bowl? Doesn't look like it. What was the score? What could the score possibly be? 42 they put up 42 on us again. That's a team we're 5 overall better than, and we were at home. And they're a Florida team having to come into Foxborough or wherever. Is there anything in Foxborough other than the Patriots Stadium? Or is it like, I don't know. I should have force won that game, actually. Like, if there's any game we should be winning, that might be it. We might not win a Super Bowl in this rebuild after being in, have we been in 3? 2? It might only be 2, right? Should be more. Yeah, we've only been in 2. We lost them both tragically. And then we got blown out by the Jags back-to-back years in the conference championship. I guess this one wasn't a blowout, but felt like it. This is just unlucky, man. But all right, let's restructure whatever we can. I don't know how many more deals we can restructure. Chat, we might be cooked. I'm gonna be honest. But again, that might be a good thing. Again, worst team, better you do. I'm not saying that to be like dramatic or anything. It genuinely is just kind of the truth for some reason. But all right, yeah, we're going to be losing some players. We can only get one of these guys back, maybe 2 if we play it right. What we should do is sign the cheapest guy out of the group and then go way into the negatives with whoever we tag. I guess Booth is the cheapest, but also he hasn't been that good. He started off good, but 7 sacks from center the last 2 years. I mean, it sucks we're going to lose Douglas or Carter. I mean, we should keep Carter because we won't have a pass rusher if we lose him. We don't have Luvu or Watt anymore. Or I'm assuming Watt retired. Well, either way, he was terrible last year. All right, we'll pick up the 5th year for Durham. Keon White, too. God. Okay, maybe we should re-sign Keon White, or at least try to. I would go 3 years 45. Doesn't take it, though. All right, cool. How about Stanford, so we can at least have a receiver? Doesn't re-sign. Cool. How about... I don't even really want Booth. I mean, he was good for a couple years. Can we release anyone and free up enough to get Douglas back, at least? Not really. I guess no, he's probably due for a deal, though. I just signed him out of free agency. Well, there really is no way around this. Let's just go... We might as well go very player-friendly for Booth. It doesn't really hurt us that much over just player-friendly. But all right, we'll have to wait 15 minutes for this to slowly drop so we can actually tag him. Okay, he rejects it, obviously, but we'll we'll tag him. We're gonna go way into the negatives, but it doesn't really matter in Madden. You can argue it's unrealistic, but I just want to win at this point. I want a Super Bowl. I'm trying though. But all right, let's get to the draft. We're gonna have a lot of issues this year, especially at receiver. Our receiving core is terrible now, but that's what happens. We were going for a Super Bowl win. We invested all our money, and look where that got us. But okay, we pick at 29. The picks are slowly going up. We were 31 a couple years ago, 29 or 30 last year, this year 29. But we'll see what we want to do. There were some good receivers. Are they gone? No, there is still Isaiah Barclay. He's pretty good. We should probably go 2. There's also Vince Kirkpatrick a little later. Should probably take him round 2 though, because we don't really have any other massive needs. I mean, defensive end, but well, actually, Taylor Wagner, I focus scouted him. He's pretty good. Could just be the immediate replacement to I almost said Trey Flowers. No, Keon White. I guess the long replacement to Trey Flowers. This safety's good. I did not think he would be good. I thought he was the best out of the group. I thought he'd be like a second or third round talent, but he's a first. There are some good players we have scouted. I don't know if we can get all of them, but what if I trade down a little bit here? Because the first guy I want is only projected to go at 49. We're at 29. How about I trade back to like 35? I don't know how much that would get me, but something. Who even has 35? The Jets? I'm past the point of caring about interdivision trading. Doesn't matter. All right, we're gonna give our fifth and our first. I meant to say first. I somehow said fifth, but that's still true. Our first and our fifth for a 2 and a 3 from the Jets. We're trading down like 6 spots and we're flipping our fifth for a third. Sounds good. And we will, of course, pick Barclay. I see so many players with that last name in Madden. I don't know a single real living person with that last name. There's Barkley. I never see Barkley. I only see Barclay. I don't know why, but we'll take him. Probably normal dev, but ranked 8. I didn't think he would be that good. Yeah, normal dev, I figured, but I mean, he's good, so cool. If he was ranked like 21 and he had normal dev, I would have been not super happy, but he's good at least. And then round 2, who's projected to go first? I don't think we can get all 3, can we? No, we don't have enough picks, but there's Selvey, Kirkpatrick, and Wagner. I mean, what we could do is trade down again here to trade back up later so we can grab all 3. So let's see, 82, 84, 95. I don't know if we need Selvey though. That's the only thing. Like, the only way that would be worth it if he does have normal dev, or no, if he does have hidden dev, and I don't know if he would. So 82, 84, 95. What do we have? We have what, like 61? 35, 61, 67. Oh no, we're good. Or no, we already took 35. I'm stupid. So 61, 67, 93. That's close. Let me just trade that in like the 4th up. All right, we're gonna trade those 2 up with the Colts. Hopefully that, it's kind of weird to do that before we see if the player's actually still available at that pick, but whatever. If he's not, it's not the end of the world, but I almost simmed over this pick on accident. But first I'll go with Selvey, just because he's projected to go first. I mean, first round talent, ranked 16, does have normal, of course. Kirkpatrick, ranked 11. Also normal. Oh my god. The voices are getting louder. All right, how about, who was it? Was it Wagner? Is that who we wanted? I can't, no, it was Moore, right? All right. Well, there's still some good players here. How about Northcutt? Not that we really need a corner anymore. I mean, we need a defensive end, but there just isn't gonna be one left. I mean, Selvey doesn't look horrible. He just doesn't look good. There's McManus at defensive tackle. He looks okay, but defensive tackles always look so much better than they actually are. But I mean, he at least has good pursuit, but he would also have to move to defensive end, which would lower his overall. So I'll just go with Selvey, sure. Oh, ranked 55. Thankfully is hidden. Okay, if there's one positive from this draft, at least he has hidden, but nobody else did. I'm gonna lose my mind. There was a 3rd to 4th round talent receiver. Is he gone? Oh no, he's still here. I mean, sure, good depth. Why not? But okay, here's how we did in the draft. We navigated it pretty well. I mean, we got pretty much everyone we wanted to. Selvey's a 75. He was ranked 55. Ranked 55 is a 75 overall. There's only a 2 overall difference between 55 and 16 or whatever Selvey was. That's crazy. That shouldn't be the case. That's weird. I mean, I guess that's probably how the draft classes I make are, but so I guess that's fair. Oh, there was a really good guard though. Marquise Wagner, 83 overall to the Jags. This was a good class actually. So yeah, Barclay. I hate saying Barclay. I'm changing it. Okay, Barkley, he's good. I might make him the number 1 just to try to win him Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kirkpatrick, also really good. So yeah, we did well. I wish we had at least one hidden dev on one of the the top 3 players, but oh well. We got mostly what we needed, so we'll take it. But all right, year 8, coming down to the end here. We're still good. We're a 91 overall team, 93 offense, only an 89 defense. Well, I mean, that hasn't really changed. I also kind of forgot we needed an edge rusher, but that's fine. I just decided to put Selvey as like kind of the number 2 rush end, so it'll play him there a lot. And I just put Clark there, one of our linebackers. I kind of did a lot of switching around to the defense. I moved Cooper from free safety to middle linebacker, and then I moved Foster from corner back to free safety. So we'll see how that goes. Don't know, but it should be fine, I think. I hope. But where do we rank for overall now? Are we still the best? We still might be, or at least tied for it. Let's see. The Raiders are also a 91, but I think that's it. We are still tied as the highest overall team in the league. So despite losing a good amount of players, we're still right here as the best. That's insane. But all right, let's get to the midseason point. Still trying to win a Super Bowl like I've been saying, but we'll see what happens. But okay, we are 3-4 at the midseason. We have a terrible defense again at the midseason. Last year, it didn't really get better. It got better, but not a lot better. God, dude, the Lions have a quarterback named... What did I just press? What was that? What is this? I don't know what I hit, but okay. The Lions have a quarterback named Cummings. See what I was saying? Someone at EA thinks they're really funny putting that name in the draft classes so much. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I might change the defensive playbook, but it was so good before. I don't know what I would change it to. Also, Drake May isn't doing as well this year. Has been sacked a decent amount of times. This is just one of those years, I think, where we can't do well no matter what. So let's just get to the... Well, no, we'll see who we have to re-sign first. Abdul Carter, still need to re-sign him. I would go 6 years, 276, just because we have to, and he doesn't even take that. We have to re-sign Gonzalez too. I'll go 3 years, 73. He doesn't take it, even though he said he was interested, and I upped it a little bit. We also have to re-sign Crawford and Daniel Allen and Dylan Fairchild and Christian Barmore. Chat, we might be cooked. I hate to say it. I know I already said it, but we're getting down there. I'm trying my best, believe me. The Madden gods they're spiteful today. Well, we keep the winning record streak alive, at least. We finished 9-8. I wish we didn't, but May ended up being good. Only sacked 23 times. He only got sacked 9 times after the midseason. 8? Did he have 14 or 15 sacks? I can't remember. But Walker, slightly worse than last year, but still good for yards per carry. Barkley, 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. That's a number 2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year type season. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Hopefully he wins it. We need it. But Kirkpatrick and Jarrett both had 900 yards. And yeah, the blocking was great. It was really bad in the first half of the year, but got a lot better. And then Colson, 104 tackles of the team. I stumbled over every word there. 12 TFLs for Barmore led the team, and then 13 sacks for Carter. That's just his lucky number. Well, no, I guess he hasn't gotten 13 for a while, but he did. This is the 3rd time. But 7.5 sacks for Selvey. Pretty good year as a rookie. 6 for Barmore, and then that's it. So not many sacks, but interceptions, 3 for Gonzalez, 2 for Crawford, and then 1 for a few players. So I don't know what to do to improve the team. May at number 9 for MVP, though. I guess that's cool. I think it might be time to change the defensive playbook, though. It was working really well for a while, but Carter at 4 for Defensive Player of the Year. Barkley does thankfully take Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kirkpatrick at 2. McDougal at 5. And Selvey takes Defensive Rookie of the Year. Did I say Offensive Player of the Year? I don't know. We sweep the Rookie of the Year awards. We'll take it. Even though we weren't good. I mean, we were fine, but no playoffs. At least we got the awards. Now, the issue is I think we're going to need a running back now. Walker, he was good this year, but I don't think he's going to do well next year. We still need a pass rusher. I mean, Selvey as the number 2 worked, but I don't know if we need one, because I do think I'm going to switch to this to the Bills defensive playbook. We're going to be a 4-3, I think. Again, weird to use a division rivals playbook, but... Oh no, we've been using the Bills offense too. I thought it was the Bengals. Well, we're just becoming the Bills. Again, weird, but it's what works in Madden, so nothing I can really do about that. But let me get the defense read aligned, and I think it'll be a better overall. I think it'll be pretty good. We're going to have some depth, kind of unnecessary depth like Roman, but I mean, a 77 or 76 isn't crazy or anything. But okay, for dev traits, we got some pretty good ones. Of course, Barkley. I didn't know if he would go straight up to superstar, but he did. I kind of thought he would just get star, but we'll take that. I mean, we, again, need a receiver after losing Demario Douglas, so we'll take it. Let's see. Other than that, Cooper got star. That's cool. And Allen? Or did he have it? Oh, no, he just had star. Never mind. But, of course, Selvey got superstar, and Crawford got X Factor. Or wait, did he have it? When did he get X Factor? Did I just not notice it? Because he was superstar for a while. I guess I just didn't didn't notice it. Apparently he already had X Factor. My fault, I guess. Ooh, also Jarrett, you know, if we're trying to keep this thing positive, he's almost up to a 99. Number 2 ranked tight end in the league. Who's ranked higher than him? Oh, Brock Bowers. That makes sense. But all right, for re-signings, are we going to have to tag Carter again? Is he going to be more expensive or less expensive at defensive end? More expensive. Fun. I would go 7 years, 306. Why does he not want to re-sign? I mean, I'm going to tag him because we have to. 30 mil. But Gonzalez, I'll go player friendly out of fear. 2 years, 55. He takes it. Okay, good. And now we have 8 mil. And we still have to re-sign Crawford, who will probably not be coming back. We'll pick up the 5th year for Barnett because he's been good. Probably going to lose Allen and Fairchild. I mean, we'll keep someone here. Probably Barmore, if anyone. I don't know. He's been like good. He was a really good pass rusher for a while. Kind of fell off for a few years, but was good this year. Let me see. Restructuring Gonzalez only saves 3 mil. Jarrett saves almost 3. Booth. Okay, there are more deals that we can restructure than I remembered. So we have 23 now. Is there anyone we can cut? No. I mean, unless we do want to cut Walker. What's he ranked for running backs? Still 16. I mean, we could try to bring him back. I mean, that's a big penalty, but we'll do that. We got to be smart with this money though, so we can get him back. But Daniel Allen's pretty cheap. He's been really good. I'd go 4 years, 38. He takes it. Barmore, I'd go 2 years, 31.2. He takes it. And I think that's really it for who we can bring back. Fairchild's too expensive. Crawford isn't interested. All right, let's get into free agency. Gonna sign a running back. There's some good free agents, but can't really afford any of them. Okay, Walker is cheaper. I would go, I kind of just want to do a 1 year, but is there anything we can do with 7 mil? Let's see, we kind of need a guard, but we have Slade. I completely forgot about Slade. So the O-line should be good, maybe. On defense, is there any position we want to sign? Maybe corner, but we could just draft a corner. I doubt we're going to find one worth signing for 7 mil. I guess we'll just save this money. That's probably the better idea. No, here's what I'll do. I'll go just to guarantee we get Walker back, because if we don't, that would be catastrophic. I'll go player friendly 1 year, and we do get him. Okay, good. But let's get to the draft. We'll get a corner. We'll get maybe a linebacker. I don't know. I don't even know what to do with this team anymore. We're good still. But okay, this year in the draft, we pick at number 17. There are some good players this year. I only see 1 top 5 talent though, which is kind of concerning because I did focus scout 3 running backs. Apparently none of them were actually worth focus scouting. Great. I mean, Vasher's good, but I'm not going to take him. I would only take him if they're top 5. Great. I mean, there is Tyrell Gary, who's good, but he's projected to go too high to trade up for. Let's see, who's good? Once again, we're kind of getting long-dicked by the players that are available with our first-round pick. There's nobody that would help us. I mean, they're good players, but I know these corners are going to have normal dev. There's probably a good lineman in the year that we don't need a lineman. We could go with a linebacker. I mean, this guy looks really, really good. Darren Searcy. That's a last name I don't see much. There was Donovan Searcy, a safety. What was his name? No, Denoris Searcy for the Titans. There's your random player pull of the day. I mean, that's not that random. He was actually pretty decent, but I might just go with a corner. We could also wait. I mean, Nash looks good. He just doesn't have good awareness. Let me see his speed. He has elite excel, only solid speed though. Milstead has good speed, elite acceleration, and Humphreys has elite speed, great acceleration. It looks like Milstead's the better overall athlete though. Who's better in coverage? Definitely Milstead. All right, we'll just, I mean, we could trade down a decent bit if we're going to take him. I don't know what we're going to do with those picks that we trade down for. I might just trade down for picks next year because, again, like, there's nobody that I really want. All right, I'm going to steal a bunch of picks from the Bucks to move down from 17 to 34. We're going to get a 3 this year and a 3 and a 4 next year. That's a pretty big trade down, though. That's a weird trade. I feel like trades like that never happen, but let's go with Milstead. He's the one I decided on, right? Yeah. Good speed, but elite acceleration, elite change of direction, which is kind of the big one. Really good coverage. We'll take him. Rank 10, got him at 34. Sounds good. But all right, what else do we need? I mean, we could go, oh, never mind. The running back's gone. Okay. Went 2 picks ahead of us, of course. Oh, who is this? Ezekiel Combs, 68 overall X Factor running back. Interesting. But let's see. I might just go with another corner. I might just go with Humphreys too, because he's good. Doesn't seem like a bad strategy. I mean, it's the same strategy I used to build this team, which got us 0 Super Bowls, so maybe it is a bad strategy, but it was a good overall team, so I'm gonna do that. I just completely skipped over his card. He was ranked 22. Pretty good. Or I think. I already forgot. Something like 22. And then let's go with a defensive end. Spencer Knox, is he the best one? I mean, we don't need defensive end depth that bad. Let's just look for the best player we can find again. Carmichael maybe looks good. He's not that good in coverage, though. Cooks looks good, but he's a bad tackler, or bad pursuit. Or no, bad tackler. Carmichael's the one with not great pursuit. How about James Blonde? He doesn't look that good, but he has elite strength. Sure. He's really bad. Okay. My fault. Yeah, we'll go Spencer Knox. Sure. Him and his finesse moves. He's whatever. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Got some good players. We'll see how much it matters. But of course, 2 good corners. I'm recording this the next day. I don't remember who I picked. I don't think I picked McElroy. Maybe I did. He's good. 74 overall linebacker, so I'll take credit for it. I definitely picked him without a doubt. But yeah, good draft. At least 1 starter, so we'll take it at this point. That's not bad. But all right, here we are heading into year 8, I think. I think I was saying last year was year 8. I was like insane levels of tired yesterday. Because yeah, we started in 2025. 2024 was year 0. So yeah, this is year 8. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I think I'm better now, mostly, as good as I can get. But here's a look at the team heading into the year. We're up to a 91 overall, so we're still good, still really good. Hopefully we can perform better than last year, though. Or how did we do last year? The Seahawks beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl 31-0. I don't know how to check how we did last year. Whatever, it's fine. Regardless, we should be good this year. The defense still only an 88 overall, but this is going to be our first year with the Bills defense, right? So we'll see how it does. It should at least be better than it has been these last couple years. If it isn't, I'm going to be very disappointed, but it should be good. And we are still looking for that Super Bowl win. I'll take just 1 at this point. Now, of course, I got to check overall. I doubt we're the highest overall team anymore. I bet there's like a 92 or something. Let's see, the Seahawks are a 91, and the Raiders, and the Commanders. Interesting. They're usually a terrible overall, and the Steelers. So no, we're tied with like 4 teams for first. I mean, tied for first is still kind of first, so we'll take it. But let's get to the midseason point. Another horrible preseason for some reason, but we'll see how we do. But all right, at the midseason, we are 5-2. We'll take it. Could be better, but I guess we could be worse. Statistically, we're not that good, though. Our defense for yards, 24th for passing yards. I don't know if I can ever trust yards at the midseason or even any of this at all anymore. So we'll just go off the fact that we're 5-2, and we'll hope that we finish strong. Let's see. I want to make sure there's nothing going wrong. May's been sacked 13 times. That's not horrible. Ooh, Daniel Allen at left guard, not doing too great, though. Or Hugh Barnett. Let me switch Slade and Allen. I thought about doing that at the midseason. For some reason, I can just kind of tell now when a lineman's going to underperform. I knew it was going to be Allen. I don't really know why, but I could just sense it. Like my spidey senses or something. I don't know. That's cringe, but like, I think that's a sign I've played this game too much in my life, and it's like never changed. But we have some big re-signings. We still have to re-sign Abdul Carter. You'd think he would be a little bit interested. I mean, he would probably be annoyed by this point that he's getting tagged so much, so maybe not, but please, 6 years, 265. Still doesn't take it. And then let's see, we have to re-sign Durham, Shelton, Cooper, Slade, Foster, Walker. It's not getting any better, is it? We're still having to re-sign a lot of good players at the midseason, or just each year in general. We'll see. We'll hope we can figure it out. I mean, this could be kind of bad because we don't have replacements for a lot of these guys. At least when we've been losing players, we've kind of had plans, like we've gotten it figured out, but we don't really have depth at safety anymore. We don't have depth at receiver. We have an okay, but like a 76 overall, that's probably like a 68 if we're talking real life terms. Everything just gets so inflated here, and that's what our replacement for Shelton would be. We at least have depth at linebacker, but not guard. Another safety, of course. Don't have a running back. I mean, we have that 68 overall practice squad guy with X Factor, but not gonna do that. So hopefully we can bring some of those guys back. Hopefully we can get out of the money. We'll see. But okay, once again, a very good season. First round bye, 13-4, but none of that is gonna matter if we can't win a Super Bowl here. I'm trying my best, man, but Drake May, good year, probably his worst statistically in a while, but still good. I mean, this is just pretty good for like Madden. This was probably like mid. Let me just go passer rating. He was 24th for passer rating. Not great. Definitely his worst year so far. But Kenneth Walker's still good. 4.2 per carry. We'll take that. 14 touchdowns. I've been saying he's gonna fall off, and he's still been doing pretty well. But 1,100 yards for Barkley, 9 touchdowns. Our passing offense wasn't great. I mean, it was good, but the yards were down too. But we went 13-4. Not much we can complain about. And it looks like flipping the guards definitely worked. Allen didn't allow a sack the rest of the year, and Slade only allowed 4 through the last 10 games. So this, I said this before, but this has been the best O-line I've ever had. I don't know what it is. Definitely not the best in terms of overall. I mean, it's good for overall, but I've had much better on paper that allow like 40 plus sacks. But Colson 131 tackles, TFL 17 for Barmore, and sacks 22 and a half, or no, just 22 for Abdul Carter. I figured he was gonna do well because the Bills defense is like the defensive playbook that gets the most sacks, or at least it inflates players' sack numbers at the expense of interception numbers. But outside of Carter, only 5.5 for Selvey. Really? I mean, he is ranked 17. I guess that's about right. Like, I can't complain too much about that. I just hoped for more. But only 5 for Barmore, 2.5 for Stevenson. If we didn't have Carter, we'd be screwed. But 3 picks for Cooper and Durham, 2 for Duhan and Gonzalez. More picks than I expected, to be fair. But Anthony Richardson wins MVP. Interesting. I still have hope for him in real life. He's played like 35 career total games, counting the NFL and college. Like, I was kind of a hater heading into the year. He had a ton of hype. I was like, I don't know about that. Now I've flipped and I've become a believer, kind of. I think he's overhated. Not that I think he's great. I just think he needs more of a chance. But Abdul Carter takes Defensive Player of the Year. That's cool. Is that his first? I think it is. But let's see. Milstead number 6 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. But again, none of this regular season greatness is gonna matter if we can't win a Super Bowl. I mean, we can win playoff games. We can get close. We just can't win one still. Let's see. Oh, okay. Milstead only has star, unfortunately, but Humphreys has superstar. Great. The one I didn't start. Well, I guess that's fine. We can just let Duhan go. I think he's due for a contract. Or no, he isn't. Was he originally a safety? I can't remember. He has decent hit power, so probably. I wish it showed pursuit. Oh, well, we'll see. So I think our secondary will be fine. I do want Durham back, though. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're still can't think about the offseason yet. Let's see who we are going to be taking on in the divisional. It's going to be the Raiders. At least it's not the Jags yet. But again, this is one of the scary teams, at least for me. And they're only 9-8. At least they're a good overall. That'll make them play worse for some reason. But they're only 9-8, and it's a team that's not historically bad, but recently bad in real life. Like the Jags, like the Panthers. I mean, they weren't even good in the regular season, if this even is their real stats. I'm going to assume it is, because they only went 9-8. But can we move on to the conference championship once again? We do. Okay, we've gotten past the Raiders in this rebuild. We've been okay against them. And thankfully, we're not going to be playing the Jags here. It is going to be the Baltimore Ravens, although those two teams in the NFC kind of scare me. It is the Panthers, like I said, a team that I can never seem to beat in simulation, or the simulation can never seem to beat, I guess. And then the Seahawks, who have been winning Super Bowls here. I mean, they at least won one last year. They lost the year before, but they've at least been in the last 2 and won 1. But let's see, can we beat the Ravens here? We are the better team. We're at home. We had the better record. So can we beat them? We do. And we are gonna be taking on the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. This is a traumatic one for me. Oh, I also see the Seahawks put up 28. We put up 24 this week. I mean, I guess that's the inverse of the traumatic one for me. But, you know, at least we would be on the winning end here. But we have... Should I just not press the Super Bowl press conferences? I was clicking them and getting the boost, and it hasn't been helping. Isaac Henry, I'll go pass blocking, I guess. But we'll jump in. We'll watch it simulate for, what, the 3rd time now? Is this the 3rd Super Bowl we've been in? I think so. They have Mike Green and Aiden Hutchinson. Both have X Factor. Looks like Tyrese Knight got X Factor. That's interesting. I mean, if we win this one, we might have to end it early as a celebration. But let's jump to the end of the game. No score throughout the first quarter once again. Still no score. We finally kick a field goal heading into half, I think. But the Seahawks are going to tie us at 3. Don't do this story again where they kick a field goal, but we get a touchdown last second. I don't even know what happened. This was just the Patriots-Rams Super Bowl all over again. What was that, like 12-9 or something? A defensive battle, which kind of makes sense. I mean, our offense should have been better, but we finally win a Super Bowl in a not very glamorous fashion. 10-6, but a win is a win. After all we've been through, we finally get a Super Bowl win. I was genuinely worried it wasn't gonna happen. Of course it has to be against my favorite team, but who cares? But all right, let's get these 2 final years done, and we'll see if we can win 1 or even 2 more and try to kickstart this Patriots dynasty again. I mean, this has felt like a Bills rebuild. Ironically, same division, of course. So much regular season success, some playoff success, but again, we finally got a Super Bowl. But we'll see if Abdul Carter wants to resign. I'll go 6 years, 262. I know he's not going to take it, but yeah, guess what? You're getting tagged again. It's 33 mil. That's not cheap. Bryce Durham got X Factor, so I'll go 4 years. This should be, what am I trying to say? That should make us able to free up more money when we restructure him, I think. He does resign. And now we have 9 mil. That's tough. Ooh, I don't even know how many players we can restructure. Can't restructure May anymore. There are a couple, but not a lot. Yeah, we're gonna lose some players this year, unfortunately. So we have what, 12 mil? Oh no, it's 23. Okay. We'll pick up the 5th year for Isaac Henry, but Jalen Shelton we're not gonna be able to bring back, I don't think. Ooh, Ty Cooper got superstar, but he's kind of expensive. It's trying to pay him like an edge rusher instead of an off-ball linebacker. Love that. I mean, yeah, he did have 3 picks this year. Let's see, I'll re-sign Paul Slade. 3 years, 14. He takes it. Unless we could bring Walker back. I mean, he really isn't regressing that much. He only went down 2 overall, despite being 32 at running back. I mean, I have my regression sliders lowered a little bit, but not that much. But let's see, should we just re-sign Cooper? No, I'll try to re-sign Shelton. He's probably the most important. I'll go 5 years, 73. He does take it, okay. And, I mean, we could bring Foster back. I'd almost rather just look for a running back, maybe. I mean, we'll see. Let's see who's available in free agency. I could also restructure those deals I just signed, if we need to. I'm hoping for a good running back, though. Well, there are good players, but, of course, Kenneth Walker is the best running back. How about Emmanuel Payne? How does he do? Terrible. Great. Let me see. Is there a good running back in this class? I mean, again, we do have a lot of needs now, or at least a few, so I don't know if we can spend a first on a running back. Ooh, okay, I was wondering why we went down in overall after the Super Bowl. Christian Barmore did finally retire. I mean, he wasn't that old. He was probably 34. I mean, that's about retirement age. So that leaves kind of a big hole when our pass rush outside of Carter was pretty bad already. But I mean, we're not going to be able to sign a good enough free agent. We'll just draft somebody there probably. So let me see. We might as well bring Kenneth Walker back. I'd go player friendly 1 year, kind of like last year. And he does resign. Okay, good. Still probably will draft a running back, but we'll see. We don't really have that many needs though. We're kind of okay. Oh, Duhan might be a really good safety. 89 zone. He had 76 press. That's decent. He stays at a 72. I thought he would go up, honestly. But yeah, he'll be our starting safety. These will be our starting corners, so we're fine there. Really, we just need defensive tackle, maybe a linebacker, and we're kind of good. But all right, in the draft, the Chiefs had the #1 pick. I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm guessing Mahomes retired a while ago at this point, or he's at least on another team. I don't know. He would probably be about 40 now, 38 or something. I don't know. Maybe he's still somewhere, but finally we have pick 32. Unfortunately, there's a decent running back, Jeremiah Stevens. He's a receiving back. Interesting. I don't know if I want him. I didn't really look at anyone else in this class. I wasn't too worried about it, but I guess I should. I focus scouted safeties thinking we would lose them, or that was my focus position. Really, the only good one left is Dan Bruce. What an old man name. But no top 5s. I mean, I'm sure some went, but usually there's some left. Let's see. I'll just go like Dobson round 2 or something. He'll be okay. I'll take Stevens here. I don't know if he's going to be great, but we need a possible future option at running back. I see why he's a first-round talent, though. 4.38 speed, great excel, 24 bench reps. That's only good strength? I don't know. That's like, yeah, he does actually have a little bit of trucking. Okay, C stiff arm, B trucking. No vision, though, and C carrying. So yeah, he's definitely a receiving back, but we might have to turn him into a full 3-down back. Ranked 11. I'm considering making him the starter this year, because we need to develop someone for year 10, or we're just not going to have a running back for the final year. I mean, we could still trade for one, but I think we're going to be out of money completely. So this is definitely kind of a future plan, entirely a future plan, because I don't think he's going to do well this first year. We're going to hope he can develop enough to do well in year 10. That's the goal, because Walker's probably going to retire this offseason, and I don't think we would be able to add another one. But all right, we'll go Dobson. He's probably not going to be a great defensive end, but I think he'll go up at defensive tackle. He looks fine. He's elite strength. He looks like a 72, but I think he'll go up, so sure. Rank 60, got him at 64, so I guess he's better than a 72. He's actually pretty decent. Weird suit he's wearing, but 92 strength, hidden dev, of course ranked 60. That might be a pretty good pick, actually. Oh, we have an extra third. Why do we have an extra third? Oh, from last year. Oh, this ended up being pretty good. Well, let's see. We could go Bruce. We could go Weaver. Let's see. Is there a good corner later? There's an okay corner later. Well, I mean, there is also Barnes, first to second round talent safety that we can get. Okay, we'll go Weaver first here. Ranked 19, got him at 68. No dev trade, of course, but good corner, really good depth. And now we'll go Barnes. I don't even know if we need to take him yet, but I don't want to risk him getting picked. First to second round talent, sure. Ranked 48, we'll take it. Also no dev trait, but he's fine. And is there anyone else at all worth taking? I mean, there's a corner. We maybe need receiver depth. Let's see, is there like a... Oh, there is. Elite speed, elite change direction, elite agility, elite acceleration. Gordon Gibbs. Yeah, that's the name I would expect for those ratings. Another old man name. Awesome. He looks okay. Does have some F ratings. He's probably ranked like 120 or something. 109, not a bad guess. But 99 speed. Don't know what we're going to do with him, but he's okay. I'm just picking random players at this point. But okay, here's how we did in the draft once again. Stevens is okay. He was ranked 11. What was he? Only a 77 overall. I was hoping he would be like a 70. I mean, not that 78's much different, but it's fine. There was a really good corner. Sean Alden went no, he didn't go number 1, went number 3 to the Eagles. I'm kind of considering lowering like my corner class strength. Strong feels too strong. Like there shouldn't be 80 pluses as rookies in every draft. I mean, same goes for receiver, but usually the corner classes are a lot stronger. We'll see though. I'm sure people would cry if I did that. I like them to be more realistic though. I don't know. But yeah, Stevens is fine. 94 speed, 92 excel, 96 juke move. Okay. Honestly, with some of those ratings, I'm surprised he's not a higher overall even. I guess again, just 72 ball carrier vision, 76 carrying kind of drags him down. Would he be a good receiver? Probably not, but he might be okay. 71, I mean, that's actually good. That's pretty good. He was a draftable receiver. That's crazy. That's what, like a 5th round talent, I would guess, something like that. Oh yeah, and we got to see what Dobson's gonna be at defensive tackle. Hopefully pretty good. He is he only went up to a 76. I mean, that's still good. We'll take that. That's a 1st round talent. Not that good of a pass rusher, surprisingly, but 80 block shedding, 92 strength. And then we didn't really add much outside of those two, just depth. But all right, let's get into year 9, coming down to the end here. Again, finally got our Super Bowl win, but going for 2 or even possibly somehow 3 if we get lucky enough. We'll see what happens up. But okay, now heading into year 9, we are back up to a 93. Like, we should win another Super Bowl, at least. Come on, man. We're up to a 96 on offense and now a 91 on defense. Is that the best our defense has ever been? I can't remember. I feel like we've been close to a 91, but I feel like at the end of a season, at the end of the year, our defense might be like a 93. Our offense could be close to a 99. That's insane. But yeah, this team's great. We also, we're getting kind of lucky with random like practice squad guys. Will Everett has superstar. I don't know. Oh, he has 99 hit power. An 85 play rec? That's so random. Why? What should we do with him? He wouldn't be a good... Oh, he does actually go up in overall at safety. I mean, we don't need one, but that would actually get him on the field. I don't know what the point of this is, but... Oh, no, it wouldn't. We have another Selvey. I forgot about Dominique Selvey. And whatever, who cares? Regardless, I think this is the best defense we've ever had. I don't know if it's the best team we've ever had, but it's close. And I think I'm going to give Stevens a start this year. I'm not going to bench him at the midseason if he does bad, because we need to develop him for this final year. He's probably going to suck. He shouldn't, to be fair, but he probably will. Just knowing what I know about Madden. And hopefully we get more pass rush outside of just Carter. Man, honestly, I could just start Everett over Clark, because Clark's 26. He's not really going to develop. I don't know. It would be so weird to go into like a development year right after winning the Super Bowl and getting even better, but I don't know. Why not? We'll try it. But all right, let's get into the season. Again, second to last year, and we'll see how we're doing at the midseason. Okay, we are 4-3 at the midseason. As I expected, we have a horrible run game, and we actually have a really bad run D, but other than that, we're really good. I'm surprised we don't have a better record, though. I mean, we absolutely should. Drake May hasn't thrown a pick yet. Again, we'll have to check his career totals at the end of this. Yeah, Stevens, I should have predicted 2.7 yards per carry at the midseason, because that's what I figured. Only star dev. Is he worth trying to do this with? I don't know. I had these same questions about the last time we tried to develop a running back. That didn't really work out either, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have more money than I was expecting. Once again, Barnett sucks at the midseason. This year, Slade isn't very good. How about I switch Allen and Slade this this year. I'll switch him back. We don't really have an option for Barnett, and last year he got a lot better after the midseason. We'll hope that happens again, because we don't really have a choice. But once again, we only have 2 total sacks outside of Carter, who has 10. Yeah, I don't know if Selvy's the option, though. I don't know if he's the answer. He might be a rare offseason trade. I never really do that, but he's kind of terrible. But let's see, once again, we have some guys to re-sign. Abdul Carter, Hugh Barnett, who, I mean, was good last year, didn't start that way, and this year he's starting bad again, but he's been so good. I'm not going to re-sign him yet, but we will. We'll try to re-sign Carter again. He actually took it? Okay. Did not think he would. Stevenson, if we had a good run D, I would re-sign him, but we have a horrible run D, so that's really all he's good for, and he isn't even doing that, apparently. I mean, it's not his sole job, or it's not solely his job, but there's no way to really know who that's on, so we'll just assume he's part of the problem. But Christian Gonzalez, we have to re-sign too. We'll see if he takes 2 years neutral. He takes it. Okay, cool. I didn't even look at the money. I just know we need him back. Duhan, he's so cheap. Sure. I'll go 3 years, 11. Ooh, Colson needs a deal. He's been so good for us. Hasn't really gotten a ton of picks, but against the run, he had 10 TFLs last year, has gotten a ton of sacks, or a ton of tackles. I mean, tackles are like the most overrated stat, but still. Well, I feel like people realize that now, but I think we'll just figure the rest of these out at the end of the year. I mean, Colson we'll try to re-sign now. I'll go 5 years, 70. He does take it. Okay. But Barnett will probably re-sign. I'll make him prove it first, though. Nah, we'll see. I feel like especially linemen do worse right after you re-sign him, so maybe if we re-sign him now, it'll make him play bad for the rest of this season instead of the start of next year, right after we re-sign him. That's like some insane conspiracy theory shit, but we'll see if that works. Okay, it doesn't take it anyways. Whatever. We'll see how it goes. But okay, at the end of year 9, we once again go 13-4. We didn't get a first round bye this year, though. The Raiders also went 14-3 and didn't get a first round bye. The AFC was a million times better than the NFC for some reason. What happened? Who had the 1 seed? The Colts at 14-3. Okay, sure. I mean, I guess Anthony Richardson did win MVP last year, so it makes sense. But Drake May, almost 4,800 yards, 41 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. 76 completion percentage, breaking his own record. No, someone probably has hit like 80 here or something. They're always way too high. Yeah, 376 is this year alone. But rushing, Stevens did get better in the second half of the year, was still horrible, but improved slightly. Yeah, we're gonna need to find a running back somehow, because I'm not trusting that heading into the final year. Who did we have before? I can't remember his name. Before we traded for Kenneth Walker, I tried this with a different running back, because I want to see how he's doing now. Oh, it was Mims. Oh, here he is. Charles Mims. Did he end up doing well eventually? Well, he finally did okay this year, and he did a lot better as a rookie than Stevens did for us, so we should probably try to find a different running back. But Barkley, almost 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns, 1,000 for Kirkpatrick, 948 for Shelton. Blocking, once again, really good. Barnett, I guess tied for his worst year, but for Madden, still was really good. And then 104 tackles for Colson, TFLs, 19 for Stevenson, led the team, of course, in a contract year. And sacks, kind of the same story as last year. 21.5 for Carter, 6.5 for Stevenson and Dobson. They did really well, but Selvy, he was good his rookie year. He's been getting worse every year in terms of sacks. I don't know why. He's losing 2 a year. So we'll probably trade him away, but 2 picks for Colson led the team, and then 1 for 6 different players. I'm not listing them all out. But Drake May wins his 3rd MVP, I think. Jalen Hurts on the Cowboys, that's something. But let's see, number 2 for Offensive Player of the Year. Barkley at 7. Abdul Carter wins back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years. Stevens at 2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Isn't that what happened with Mims? Because, I mean, if Stevens won this, that'd make me feel good enough about it because of the boost and the superstar dev he would get, but he gets cucked. Adams at 5. Dobson doesn't even get Defensive Rookie of the Year. Chad Hadley for the Browns wins it. That sucks. I thought things were starting to go super well, but yeah, Dobson obviously only star. Damn it, man. But all right, in the wild card, we're gonna be taking on the Titans. I wish we didn't have to play a wild card game. I mean, that's just another chance for the CPU to screw us, as it usually does. We'll see though. Can we beat the Titans here? We do. 33-21. Okay, good. Now the Bills. We have an upgrade though. Is it important? Drake May. Oh, can he not be upgraded anymore? Yeah, it won't let me. He's maxed out, I guess, which is stupid because he's only a 97 scrambler, but whatever. Like, what sense does it make that you can't spend upgrades even though it isn't a 99? That's so weird to me. Like, it can't just give him carrying or something? Trucking? Change of direction? I don't know. That's so odd. That's so odd. I don't get it. That's a flashback to the 0 overall team rebuild I did, which, if you haven't watched that was a lot of fun. That was probably the most different video I've ever done on the channel, because I was just seeing what would happen. I guess that's kind of what they all are, but anyways. We are 3 overall higher than the Bills here. They've, of course, had a good team. They performed well, because, again, best playbooks. They worked better for them than they did for us. At least the defensive playbook did. But let's see, can we beat them here? Barely. 48-42 was the final score. Our defense let us down there. Kind of has the last 2 games. I mean, 21 isn't terrible against the Titans, but what, 63 points in the last 2 games allowed? Not fantastic. But we are going to be taking on the 1 seed, the Indianapolis Colts, in the conference championship. So let's see if we can move on to what, our 5th Super Bowl at this point, and hopefully win our 2nd. It doesn't look like we're going to make it, though. It's showing a Colts storyline, a Colts player. It's gonna be Colts Cowboys. Very Wild West Super Bowl. But all right, let's get into the final off season. It's gonna be hard to make this team much better than it already is. I mean, we're a 94 overall. I should have checked where that ranks. Oh, I still can. How much is that the best by? Is it just 3 overall? Yeah. No, the Texans are back up to a 92, so by 2 overall. We're the best roster in the league by a lot. This is like the Eagles, where they have such a good roster, but I mean, they're in the Super Bowl this year. Maybe they can finally win one with Nick Sirianni. But all right, for the rest of our re-signings, I do want Barnett back. I'll go very player friendly. I'll even up it a little bit, 5 years. I don't know if we need to do that because it said he was just thinking about it. Usually they accept it if you just offer the same thing, but we'll try this. Never mind, he doesn't. Okay, well, I mean, the tag is more money than we have. Okay, we need to be smart about this. Stevenson, we do kind of need back. I'll offer him very player friendly, but if he doesn't take it, there's nothing I can really do about it. He doesn't, so just doesn't want to come back. It is what it is, but it looks like Kenneth Walker did retire. I mean, we need a running back. My plan didn't really work out. Not that there was a lot I could have done. We were gonna need a running back anyways. Just happened that the best one available isn't very good. Let's see, I'm surprised we can't. Is this the final year of Drake May's deal? I'm surprised we couldn't restructure him last year, if this is the final year. And last year wasn't. Or this year wasn't. Or no, I guess that's last year at this point. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll tag Barnett. That's gonna send us in the negatives. I don't know what we're gonna do about running back, but we need to tag Barnett. We're gonna lose Stevenson, and I don't think there's a lot we can restructure. Oh no, we can restructure Carter. Okay. All right, we might be okay. We can restructure Shelton and Durham, so we'll have a little bit of money. But all right, let's get into free agency. What did I click? Oh, let's get into free agency for the final time, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, there's some good players as per usual. Are there good running backs though? I see at least one good one. Tevin Scott. We can afford him. Now, is he actually good? No, of course. 3.8 yards per carry this year. Yeah, I'm okay. Well, how does Achane do? He's at least a real running back. They do better. Also, not great anymore. He was good for a few years, but fell off because he's 32 as a like pure speed back. That makes sense. Oh yeah, and I do want to trade Marcus Selvey because he's terrible for some reason. I mean, he's ranked 11. I'm going to take full value based off of his overall. I'm going to get a decent pick for him. I mean, he's still only 24 with Superstar. He's going to be like a 90 plus this year. I'm going to send him to the NFC because I feel like he's going to do super well for whatever team we trade him to. I thought about trading him to the Bills for a half second. I was like, that's not a good idea. All right, we're sending him to the Saints. I'm giving him a 4th because this is the first pick of the 2nd round. That's a big one. So he's off the team now. We were going to need a pass rusher anyways, so it's fine. Just didn't do well for us, but again, he'll probably do well for them. Let's see, Jack Sawyer's one of the best pass rushers. That's interesting. I don't think we're going to trade for one. I was just looking. All right, well, I was going to do this trade. It would apparently put the Giants over the salary cap, even though it wouldn't. I mean, with the picks, it would, but I thought it already takes that into account if you're going to do a trade. Or no, I guess they don't count for anything. I know it counts against your cap in the offseason. I guess it just doesn't show up in the trade. Well, we need a running back. Would our 2nd be cheaper and just lower the 5th to a 7th? I mean, we can't get rid of the 3rd. They don't have a 4th. That wouldn't be enough value. I don't want to have to give up both 2nds for nothing. Like no 3rd round pick back when we don't have a defensive defensive end or a defensive tackle. We need both of those positions. Oh, it's still gonna put him over the salary cap? All right, whatever. All right, we are gonna be giving up a 2 and a 3 for, I think, 30-year-old Ashton Genty, or 30-plus-year-old even. I don't know how old he is now, but that's an interesting player to add to this team. I mean, that's not nothing to give up. We're hurting for draft picks a little bit now. I think that is that was our early second. So, I mean, we still have our original second and our original first, obviously, so we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. But that's a big upgrade at running back. I feel like I always need to trade for a running back in rebuilds. Again, I guess Genty's kind of generated here, but he started as a really good overall. Just a lot of the Madden draft class ones do not do well for some reason. But all right, let's get into our final draft of the rebuild. We have a 99 overall offense now. Crazy. Ooh, also Barkley got X Factor and McElroy got Superstar. All right, we're looking pretty good. Still need a defensive end and a defensive tackle, like I said, but we'll see if we can figure that out, hopefully. I mean, we do have a little bit of money, a tiny bit. Is there like I doubt we could get someone good enough for that little. Is there like a crazy budget signing we can get, like a random X Factor or something? Oh, well, kinda. He's already 26 though. I mean, I don't know. He's never played. That is really interesting though. Hold on. I kind of want to get him. He could develop a lot throughout the year. I don't know if we can restructure like Genty's deal. Probably not. No. I don't really think there's anyone we could cut either. No, not really. I mean, I could cut this Wheeler guy, our third running back. That's fine. We're really going through the scraps here, trying to free up money. Carey, this would save almost $1 million. Owen Sharp, this would save almost $1 million. Wooten, sure, 900K. All right, we might be able to sign him. I think we should be able to, because I don't think he had any other offers. We'll try player friendly. I'm glad I looked though. I don't know if he'll do well. That's the issue, but because he's never had a career sack somehow. It doesn't look like he's played though, so he must have been on a team with a lot of depth. But he does sign. I mean, he could end up being our starter this year. But all right, let's get to the draft and we'll see what we want to do. But all right, we of course pick at number 30, and I'm not fully sure who I want to take here. I focus scouted some guys. Let me see if they're actually good. No. Okay, Hankins I focus scouted. I'm actually kind of surprised he's not good, because he did have A power moves, A awareness, just bad block shedding, like not great against the run, but he has A pursuit. I don't know. But Cheryl's is better somehow. Must just be a better athlete. I don't know. And then I focus scouted Bushrod, who is horrible. Bushrod, that's a name I don't see much. There was like Jermon Bushrod or something for the Bears in the Saints. We'll see who we want to take though. What was my focus position? I don't remember. Oh, I think I did running back. I mean, I regret that now, but also not real. Well, no, I regret it now because there aren't any top 5 talents. The years where we need a running back are the years where there aren't top 5 talents. Every other year there are, it seems like. Not every other year, but a lot of them. I'm so negative. I don't know. It is kind of bad luck though. But all right, let's see who we want to take. I guess Cheryl's first. Oh, we need a defensive tackle more though, but there just isn't really one that looked all that good. Like there aren't really any 3-4 defensive ends. There was Williams, who he's big. He's 319. Probably has good strength. He ran a 4.82 at 319. Give me a break, man. What are we doing? All right, well, we're gonna take him. Round 2. And then Chad Stevenson looks pretty good. Haven't we already seen someone named Chad Stevenson? We saw Chad something, and we've had a lot of Stevensons. All right, let's go. Let's take Cheryl's. I don't know if this is gonna matter, because he probably won't start, but I mean, he's good depth, good rotational piece. Ranked 25. Hidden dev. I mean, 25 is about as good as he could have been. Being a first to second round talent, I think the cutoff is 24 or something like that. So hey, he's actually pretty good. He could start. But all right, round 2, let's go with Artavius Williams. No brainer. Ranked 123, not great. Honestly, he's worse than I expected. I thought he'd be like ranked 80 or something. I don't know how he's not good. 78 speed, 80 excel, 89 strength, B awareness and play rec, A block shedding, B power moves, B tackle. Are his pursuit and finesse moves just that bad? I don't know, because he's really good at everything else. All right, and we don't pick until round 5, so looks like he's gonna have to be a starter, I guess. It's not ideal. Let's go with Hancock. Doesn't look that great either. I mean, he at least has strength, but he's 24. I mean, we only need him for this year, but I don't think he's gonna be better. How about low? How about just who's the strongest? Okay, Hancock does have elite strength. So do Kerr and Whitaker. I mean, it's weird to spend this much time on a 5th round pick, but this could be a starter, so it's kind of important. Okay, A pursuit, B tackle, B play rec. He just looks like a worse version of the last guy we took. And then Whitaker, 40 bench reps, elite strength, but that's about it. Okay, I think the best is Whitaker. Or no, Kerr. Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of these guys are that good, but we'll take him. Ranked 281. Okay, probably not the best, but he does have hidden dev at least. All right, I'm gonna spend these last 2 picks on possible defensive tackles too, so hopefully one of them is okay at defensive tackle. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It was, I mean, we kinda got what we needed, kinda. Sherrills is good, at least. He's a 76. He's probably not gonna start, but we'll see. And then Artavius Williams, I think, is gonna start. He's a 74. He's okay. We'll see if we can sign a free agent. We might be able to. I'd probably be the better choice, but he's okay. And then I was right. Kerr was the best out of the last 3. We ended up getting the last 3 still, but none of them were all that good. I mean, we could even start Kerr because he at least has hidden. It's probably not good, but it could be superstar technically. But yeah, we did what we could really. And let's get into the final year. But all right, here's a look at the team heading into the final season. We are up to a 95 overall, and we have a 99 offense heading into the season. This might just be the best team I've ever built. It's up there. This offense is ridiculous. And I mean, Raphael Jarrett is up to a 99 now. I feel like I've been sleeping on him. He's been a really nice tight end for us. Haven't really brought him up a whole lot, but he's probably been pretty important. I mean, especially if he actually is playing like a 99 overall blocking tight end. But we'll have to see how Ashton Jeanty does. Hopefully the O-line can continue to play as ridiculously well as it has. And then the defense, not as good as the offense, but still very, very good. Of course, the only question is the defensive line, really. Mostly just defensive tackle, because even if Barry doesn't do that well, I mean, Carter will kind of carry, hopefully. I mean, he has been. But other than that, really the only other concern is Everett, but I don't even think he's going to play that much. Probably still a decent bit, like 600, 700 snaps, but not full time. And if he does, he should develop. But all right, we'll have to see how this final year goes. It should be really good. I'm excited to see. I think the most interesting part about this team to me is just how this defensive line is going to do, because it's kind of patched together, but it could technically be one of the strengths of the team. But all right, let's just get straight to the end of the final year. Hopefully we don't end on a bad note, because that does tend to happen sometimes in 10-year rebuilds, but we'll see. But all right, at the end of the final season, before I show how we did, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps out the channel, even though it sounds stupid. I would appreciate it. And let me know any fun challenge slash realistic rebuild slash whatever kind of ideas y'all have down in the comments. I'll give you a shout out if you do, or if I use your suggestion, if you care about that. But we are now up to a 96 overall. I was hoping we could hit a 97 even, but I mean, yeah, this team's insane. I should have checked before the year where we rank for overall, because I bet teams got a little bit closer to us. I mean, our offense is maxed out, so the overall isn't going to go up as much. I'll check how much we're the best team by in a second, though. But in the final season, we finished 14-3. I was kind of worried at the midseason. I mean, we were 5-2, but we had like the 24th defense. But it doesn't matter. It bounced back, ended up 7th, and we got yet another first round bye. I feel like I've been saying this in 10-year rebuilds a lot lately, but this might be the most successful rebuild I've ever done. We had like, what, 5 or 6 first round buys? Definitely not my most successful in terms of Super Bowl wins, but overall record, regular season record, we probably averaged about 12-5, something like that. Or yeah, 12-5. What the hell, man? The Commanders made the playoffs at 8-9, and the Seahawks and 49ers made the playoffs at 7-10. Why has that been happening? Did simulation, I feel like simulation has gotten worse. I didn't know that was possible. I've seen a 6-11 team in the playoffs recently, so this isn't as bad as that, but this is maybe equally insane, actually, having 2 7-10 teams in the playoffs. This game sucks so bad. All right, let's check out our season stats. We'll pretend that doesn't exist. We'll pretend they went 10-7 for realism's sake. But Drake May, 4,600 yards, 39 touchdowns, 7 picks. Very good final season. Sacked a lot this year, though, I figured. Didn't hinder us too much, apparently. But Ashton Jeanty didn't hit 1,000 yards, but 4.6 per carry, 13 touchdowns. He was also kind of not great at the midseason. He had like 3.9 per carry, but bounced back. Ooh, Stevens is a number 2. Did pretty well, actually, surprisingly. I mean, yeah, I feel good about him as a number 2 running back. He is ranked 23rd. He's actually starting caliber. Do I need to raise my running back XP sliders? Maybe. But Isaiah Barkley, 1,200 yards, 18 touchdowns. I was gonna say what a steal he was, but I forgot he was, what, like the 8th pick? Or no, he was like ranked 8. Where did we get him? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was a 2nd round pick, so that was a really nice pick. Developed him all the way up to X Factor in a 95 overall. Number 3 ranked receiver in the league. Yeah, that was a good pick. But Kirkpatrick also finished this rebuild with 1,000 yards, 900 for Shelton. Okay, and this year, Isaac Henry just randomly wasn't good after being good every other year. Like, really, really good. All right, well, we don't really have another option there. Also, Daniel Allen, 9 sacks from right guard. I want to say some things I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. But Colson, 111 tackles led the team. Carter, 21 TFLs led the team. And sacks, 16.5 for Carter, 9.5 for Randy Berry. That move worked out really well. See, overall doesn't matter at all. Berry came in here as an 80 overall, had 9.5 sacks, while, what was his name? We traded him to the... I'm so bad with player names. What was his name? He probably did well. Where did we send him? I don't remember anything. I might be stupid. Oh yeah, Selvey. Of course, I called it. Had his best year ever with the Saints this year, but I mean, he was getting 3.5 sacks for us, being a much higher overall than Barry, because that makes sense. Anyways, I've complained enough in this rebuild. Dobson, 6 sacks. Sherrill's 3.5. Oh yeah, I did use him as kind of a rotational defensive tackle. Only star dev, but did okay. But interceptions, 5 for Junior Colson led the team, 2 for McElroy and Milstead, and then 1 for Duhan. But Ryan Warner wins MVP for the Raiders. Drake May at 2. That would have been fun to finish on another Drake May MVP. But Barkley does take Offensive Player of the Year. Drake May at 5. Can we sweep him? I kind of doubt it. I don't think Carter did quite well enough, but maybe? He did. Okay, good. We get both Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year in the final season. I don't think we're going to have rookie awards. Sherrill's at 4, though. Williams at 9. Williams wasn't all that good. For the playoffs, here's what I'm going to do. I did see that Kerr actually developed a little bit. That kind of makes me think he might have superstar. I mean, he's only 2 overall lower than Williams at this point, and Williams started, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think it'll matter too much, but yeah, insane team. Oh yeah, and let's see where we rank for overall. Again, I wish I would have checked at the start of the year because it probably would have been a bigger gap, but oh well. Are there any 92s? The Dolphins are 92. Interesting. But yeah, and the Texans, so we're 4 overall better than any team. I bet it was maybe 5 at the start of the year. Maybe. It's at least 4 now. It probably was 4 too at the start. Oh yeah, and I want to check some of the career stat totals here. Drake May, 50,000 passing yards through 11 seasons. That's insane. 416 touchdown passes, 118 picks, 72 completion percentage. Sacked 310 times, but that's probably nothing. I mean, yeah, that's divided over 11 seasons. That's pretty good. Again, this line has been crazy, but almost 11,000 career yards for Genty. He hasn't really been here, so whatever, but 4,400 yards for May. Jarrett is actually our leading receiver. I actually thought Barkley would be first. I know he hasn't been here very long, but he's been so good. But Jarrett, almost 6,000 yards, 45 touchdowns. Good career so far. Still not even 30? Yeah, crazy. Could go down as one of the best ever, at least possibly a Hall of Famer. But Shelton's done really well. Of course, Barkley, almost 5,000 yards in 4 years, 51 receiving touchdowns. But yeah, these linemen were great, especially Henry. Other than this year, he might be one of the best performing linemen I have ever had. But 1,000 career tackles for Junior Colson, almost 800 for Gonzalez, 121 TFLs for Carter, and 141.5 sacks for Abdul Carter. Crazy. And he's still only also probably 29. No, he is 30 now, but still getting close-ish to the all-time record. But 29 picks for Gonzalez, 15 for Colson. These guys have put up some numbers, more than maybe any other 10-year rebuild I have ever done. This might be, other than the lack of Super Bowl wins, which is debatably the most important part, other than that, this has been the most successful, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but whatever. But all right, let's see if we can win our second one. If we could win 2, I would feel a lot better. We are going to be taking on the New York Jets. I feel like I haven't even thought about them once, which is kind of crazy for a division rival. I mean, I haven't thought about the Dolphins much either. Really, the Bills have been our main competition, but the Jets are a 90 overall here, which is 6 overall worse than us. Like, they're good, but they don't touch our roster talent, at least. They did have a good offense, but they had one of the worst defenses in the league. All right, sure. Well, let's see if we can beat them and move on to the conference championship in year 10. We do, 35-17. But now the Browns, again, 90 overall. We were 6 overall better than them. They almost had the same record as us, which shouldn't really happen. I mean, I know overall shouldn't be the only thing that matters. It just should matter more than it does, as I've said about 1 billion times on the channel. Also, the Seahawks, they made the conference championship at 7-10. Almost said something that might get me in actual legal trouble, so I'm glad I didn't. But all right, can we move on to a Super Bowl in the final year and beat the Browns? That would be a great way to send this rebuild off. We do beat them. Okay, I didn't see any storylines about us winning up here, so it kind of scared me. But we are gonna be taking on the 7-10 Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I have never force wind I guess force wind is technically right, even though it doesn't sound like it. I don't know, who cares? I've never force wind a Super Bowl, but I kind of want to. I'm not going to, but I kind of want to. But this is gonna be a rematch of the one Super Bowl we have won. But for Slade, I'll go run blocking. He's been one of our better pass blockers. He's been great for us. Again, I feel like I've talked too much about offensive line. It's not very exciting, but it's been the reason we've been this good. It looks like the Seahawks have another green. I bet that's another pass rusher, even though they're a 4-3. But all right, we'll jump in here. We'll see what happens. Again, no matter what happens here, at least we have won a Super Bowl, but I would be disappointed if we went out on a Super Bowl loss. Hopefully we can win a second one. In Tampa Bay, again, I've said this before, one of the weirdest stadiums, but I like it. But let's jump to the end of the game and we will see what happens. Still not much scoring in the first quarter, scoreless once again. The Seahawks score first. Are they gonna win the Super Bowl at 7-10? If that happens, I might have to uninstall. Okay, we do score. They kick a field goal. It is now 13-6. Did we miss the extra point? 16-9. We won the last one 10-6, and now we beat the Seahawks 16-9. I'm almost not happy about winning the Super Bowl. A, that was too close for how horrible the Seahawks are. B, 16-9. 16-9. Again, the last time the Patriots were in a Super Bowl, what was the score? Oh, this is wait, the announcer just said this is Super Bowl 16, or no, it's Super Bowl 69, and we won 16-9. That's funny if you're 12 years old. That's awesome.